Being late is a relative thing, chat. A very relative thing. I still haven't finished my ice cream actually, so it's gonna take a while. Hello, chat. Welcome. Nice to see you all. Good to see everyone's doing well. I'm surprised that you guys come back on on like a near daily basis for what is effectively like slop. I was rewatching a lot of the streams, chat. This is a lot of this is slop. But I'm glad that you enjoy the slop. Don't know why, but I guess it makes you happy. Not sure why. You may notice that my voice actually sounds a lot more quiet. It's because I'm playing around with like the way that the volume is being pushed through. The way it was before was fine, but I think sometimes when it did peak, it like went over the hardware limit threshold of like 0. So I was like, oh no. So it should be a lot easier. Slop, yum yum. As well, I'm allowed to say this because I'm only going to say it once because it doesn't degrade the experience of the Twitch stream. The Twitch stream is the main part of the stream. However, I'm currently multicasting this towards YouTube at the same bit rate, so it works out in the end. And if you want if you want to watch on there, you can too, but you shouldn't. You should come towards Twitch. I shouldn't have said that last part. You should come towards Twitch because if you're watching on YouTube, I don't care about you. I don't care about you. On a deep level, I don't care about you if you're watching on YouTube because there's no way for me to care about you. So instead, you get it here. It's primarily as a way to like drive people in and sort of get people to realize that like, hey, we do have a Twitch stream. The problem is that I don't know how to do it such that I have like a graphic only on the YouTube stream versus like what's over here. YouTube gave it to you as the first recommended video. Oh, like on my channel? Yeah, that should be the case. Unless you mean like as in like first recommended as in like in that bar. In which case, it's because you subscribe to all of my stuff. So, pretty sure, chat, if you subscribe to most of my stuff, the algorithm thinks that you like me. And you don't like me, right? That's a very parasocial thing to have. Welcome. Enjoy. Ice cream. It's gonna be a long-term test of like multi-streaming. So the entire day will be the multi-stream. However, again, rules are rules. I do not care about the YouTube live stream. It's just there as like an extra thing for people to like have. And if you type on it, I literally like I will not see it. Nothing will matter. There should be a pinned comment on there that says to come over here. So is it pinned? I don't know how to like yeah it's pinned. So be sure to show up over here if you actually care to have some fun interaction with the rest of the stream. Especially for today. That's why we're doing it today, to entice people, right? Because today is Kenshi Day. Today is a very fun day. And I realized something about all of you that I'm going to say when we get to the game. But I'll save it for until we get to the game. In terms of topics, actually, I have a very interesting thing to show you guys before we start. It's not really much of a segment. It's just more of a funny exploration of like something. Don't worry, I don't have feelings. Don't worry, man. I don't have feelings. Yeah, we can just be friends. Wait, is there like an echo? Can I do like an echo effect? We can just be friends. Hello. Can I hear myself? Oh my god. Ugh. Wait, my ice cream chewing doesn't sound that bad. Maybe I should eat on stream more. Hello. Wait, maybe I can make myself louder. Hello. There we go. Good. Just in general, I'm dead inside. You're going to get me banned. You're gonna get me banned on the thing. What is an echo actually? What is an echo? It's a delay, right? It's like multiple delays. Lo-fi delay. What's a lo-fi delay? Wait, okay. Don't talk. Hello? Nice. I don't have feelings. Okay, that's pretty fun. Just in general, I'm dead inside. Yeah, okay. There's one thing that I need to figure out that I've been meaning to do for a long time, but I've been lazy because I had to script the whole thing. But theoretically, you can actually use dynamic sound stuff. Like you can toggle effects dynamically within Reaper, but I don't know how to like do it through like a button toggle. And the problem is that like the things that have built-in integration, they cost money, like a Stream Deck. So to make it yourself, you need to learn how to like do the connection, which means you need to know how to send the IPC messages to Reaper itself, which I don't know how to do. So we'll program that together on the stream at this point. Echo is a long delay. Okay, Mr. Genius producer over here. Did you know I just found out that microphones are like tubes that sound goes into? It's not the air. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I have no clue about most effects. The problem with most effects is that like I only know them in their finished forms, right? Because I'm so used to the easy ones where there's like a bunch of finished forms for all of your various effects like echo and stuff like that, which is nice. The problem is that when you have to use something that's like not finished, you have to like then learn what it does. And you have to learn how to replicate the effect, which is annoying because to replicate the effect, there's like a different way of doing it for every single one. So it's like, oh, what do you do? I don't know. Testing! Sorry, I changed some mic settings on the stream, okay? Testing! Testing! Yeah, it's good. Sorry, I was sorry. I clicked the wrong button. Sorry, chat. I clicked the wrong button. It had to be fixed. Sometimes I don't do this live, but today is a bit more scuffed because chat. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Okay, so this stream is loud as fuck. Oh, yeah, yesterday, if you weren't here, go to my VOD channel. Okay. YouTube.com/@stickthingvods. I got the @ symbol. It actually worked. Go to my channel. Watch the video where we play the slapping game. Yeah, my arms really hurt. Not in like a bad way, but in a my like body is like sore kind of way. This game is hilariously fun, but dear God, does it take a lot out of you. This game really does take a lot out of you in terms of the energy that you need to play this game. So, you have no clue what's going on. You should absolutely check this out. I'm proud of the stream, and my face didn't leak once. That mask, okay, a paper mask is actually really good, but I realized that we need to make a real mask at some point too. So we're also going to be doing like a mask making stream. It's basically just a bunch of like different things that we're going to be doing. So we'll be doing like a mask making stream with the finish the Phoenix. We're going to be doing and starting and finishing a lot of the projects that I've been meaning to for a while. Did I play Crypt Master yesterday? Yes. And if you missed the chat, then you all missed out. But we also have this. Good segue into this. You may remember a YouTube, I want to say programmer poop group. A YouTube poop group named Kazam that makes programming poops. I love their videos. I mean, I like all their videos, right? But there's a handful that I really, really love, which I need to show you all this. I have no clue if I've ever shown this to you. But this is kind of a masterpiece because again, programmer poop like hits you emotionally and like mentally.
One feature. Why is this taking 3 years so long? Look, it's not that simple. All right, I have priorities. My team has deadlines. We have other deliverables in progress.
I'm still not understanding this. Why is it so hard to display the birthday date on the settings page?
I'm not kidding you. I've had some variation of this conversation before, and I've had to explain it to my PM, and it's like, okay, like this simple feature that should only take like 5 seconds. Why is it impossible to do? And honestly, sometimes it is hard to do because especially if you complect your architecture and your services in a way that isn't very conducive to, I guess, a speedy, efficient work, what you end up with is a big ball of mud that you have to trawl through to try to eventually get something done. The problem is that there's only in smaller companies, right? You only have 2 people who know what they're doing. 1 to 2 people. They're the primary bottlenecks. And you may have as many product managers and sales teams as you have, but if those 1 to 2 people cannot work on this thing at the moment because there's a higher priority business concern, like, hey, we have to get this project done by this quarter to get acquired. Listen, buddy, you are not going to get the birthday on your thing date. However, getting the birthday should be a lot easier. But I'm just saying, variations of this can happen.
Why can't we get this done?
Getting through
Look,
the program.
I'm sorry, we've been over this. It's the design of our back end.
First, we have to call the bingo service. See, bingo knows everyone's name-o, so we get the user's ID out of there. Then from bingo, we can call papaya and MBS.
I will say, microservices, they're not this complicated. Yeah, and they wouldn't split the user across multiple domains, right? Realistically, they would have most of the user's information in like one object. Usually microservices are like for more not as granular concerns. I've never seen one that's this granular, even at like a large place, just because it would be way too difficult to make it work with like everything. However, there would be one that's specifically dedicated to users, authentication, I don't know, video encoding. Like you would do like a bunch of like random things for very specific tasks, right?
To get that user ID and turn it.
IMO. I think most microservices are done poorly. When it's done well, it really, really works well. But most people do it poorly, and most people do it across like, you know, over a network line. Which, I mean, that thing can push a lot of data. I mean, your new fancy Cat 6e cables can push like what? Is it 10 gigabits a second? Cat 6e. How much can they push now, actually? Cat 6e. Okay, well, not Amazon. God damn it. What is Cat 6? Yeah, Cat 6 is 10 gigabits per second, up to 55 meters. That's insane to me. So, you know, if you have those connected in that way, you know, locally on like bare metal, it's pretty good because then each like cluster can like grow. But I've only worked in one shop that still had bare metal. Everything's moving towards cloud, in which case you are getting just absolute, you know, garbage coming in and out across, you know, network jumps. It's not easy to say the least. However, services like AWS, I can't remember that like thing. There's an AWS network router that's like internal to it. So you can get like different routing options that like go through their internal network that don't have to then go out, and then it presumably, I think the performance that they mentioned was faster, but it's been a long time since I've had to do that configuration. I usually now just deal with the VM stuff and then leave the network and all the other configurations to someone else because I hate doing it.
Into a user session token. We can validate those with OMNOP, and then.
Anyways, I don't know why we're watching this. Sorry, I got into like a, you know, it's like a program of fugue state, right? Like, you know, you go through life and you think, okay, well, there's no reason for me to like, you know, worry about programming, and then you see one reference, you see one phrase. Somebody says, "Hey, you ever hear about JavaScript?" And you're like, "This is why I need hotkeys." And you're like, "No!" And then you go into a program of fugue state, right? And then I put on my like, you know, Fedora, and I'm talking about this stuff, and I'm like, oh, programming sucks, and then microservices suck. And have you heard about small talk? You know what I mean? So it gets crazy. But the reason why I wanted to show you this was not because of them. No, it's because of this. So their website is actually really cool. They use this thing. Well, I can't search it. Well, I can search it here. Called Windows. You know, this is a perversion of technology. This is like Satan has like, you know, Satan is a CSS design. Satan is a CSS programmer. Satan made and uses CSS on a daily basis. This is the devil's templating language. But within the devil's templating language, some sick bastard decided to make a Windows 98 themed of CSS, like, you know, style sheet. So all of it, you can build interfaces that look like Windows 98. So you can do Hello World, my first VB4 program, and then you can do buttons that look like just regular Windows 98 buttons. It's actually really cool, and I know there's one for Windows XP. There's one for Fruitiger Arrow. So I'm trying to get all these links. Is it this one? Sorry chat. Oh, here it is. Yeah, well, it kind of is this one. But there's also the XP, the Windows XP system, which I think is made by the same person actually, because why does this documentation look the exact same? I feel like, wait a minute, it's the same dude. Botox party? Wait a minute, why is it Botox party? Who's J Dan? Who is J Dan? Wait, we're gonna investigate. / J Dan. Guys, I think it's time for me to retire. If this is my competition, it's over for me. I'm 29 years way too late. Oh god, it's over. I'm being edged out by children. Wait, that was the wrong sentence. Sorry. I'm being pushed out of my role by children. That's gonna go down in history, isn't it? Oh fuck. What I meant was I'm being pushed out of my role by. Okay, listen. The word edging, right? The word edge. When somebody, okay, look, edged out. To slowly become more successful or popular than someone. The problem is that edging, the meaning of edging has now ruined the meaning of it being edged out. So edging involves the cycles of increasing sexual stimulation and stopping just before the point of orgasm. It's ruined! What's the J-Dan zone? You guys want to go to the J-Dan zone? Oh my god, it's a GIF. Wait, why is there a giant play button on this GIF? That seems like the worst UI you could possibly have. What is GitHub smoking? Yeah. So it's his. So who is Botox Pie? GitHub.com/bot button. Who are you? Oh, what? Wait. Two independent the ice cream, sorry. Two independent developers that were making the exact same thing came to the exact same wiki style. That's impressive. It's impressive if it wasn't so clear that one helped the other guy. But yeah, it's a pretty cool library. There's like one for every operating system. And there's something interesting about why people want to do this, right? There's something cool about having like a fake operating system in your browser. Especially like say like the Windows 94 thing. Or was it 92? I'm not sure. But that fake Windows implementation in your browser, that was really cool, especially because it actually let you like use it and use a lot of the browser like APIs. I guess that's the term. In order to allow you to do things that you would traditionally do on your computer. The problem is that there's too many layers of extraction, and unless you can load a web browser as the main OS, kind of like Chrome OS, it doesn't really work, right? And then you have Footer Arrow, which is like okay-ish. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this site uses the Windows 98 one, and I want you all to just listen to this because this is what happens when a programmer gets successful. This is what happens when a programmer gets successful on a social level, okay? This is what happens when you give social attention to programmers, chat.
Your friends and family understand what you do. Your pipeline is green. You were born to deploy Kubernetes. That postmortem you did was worth it. Your friends and family appreciate your humorous work stories. That joke you told in your meeting was funny. If your coworkers were not on mute, you would have heard them laughing. There will never be another outage again. Your tests are reliable and have appropriate coverage. Your peers are grateful for your feedback. Your feedback is actionable and important. You are happy. DevOps is a meaningful term. You understand DevOps because you use it every day. You contribute meaningfully to incident management discussions and casual conversations. That joke you told in your meeting was funny. If your coworkers were not on mute, you would have heard them laughing. You are happy. That postmortem you did was worth it. DevOps is a meaningful term. You understand DevOps because you use it every day. Your friends and family understand what you do.
It's so loud. Wait, sorry, chat. I lower the volume.
Your peers are grateful for your feedback.
How do I lower the volume?
Your feedback is actionable and important.
So,
Your pipeline,
the funniest part about
the
this
screen.
that I just realized actually is that the YouTube stream actually takes the audio from an entirely different track. So the YouTube stream, they can't hear anything. They don't hear a single bit of this, I don't think. And this hurts you.
You contribute meaningfully to incident
This hurts you in a way that you wouldn't expect to be hurt, right? But this is exactly the life of most people who like do this stuff.
And have appropriate
These are the
coverage.
lies that you tell yourself in order to feel that you're doing okay.
There will never be another outage.
I love this website just because of that. That one section on the website, I think it's top tier. It's the top tier shitpost because it hurts you on an emotional level, right? And that's the thing about shitposting, right? If it's not funny, it has to be funny. It has to be at least funny, but it must be funny in a very specific way. It must be funny in a way that is relatable, because if it's not relatable, it's not a good shitpost. Unless the shitpost is just straight up funny, in which case it's a good. You can hear it now. Did I change it? No. I didn't do anything. I actually don't even care about the YouTube side. I just literally, the setup for the multi-streaming was like 5 seconds. I did the thing, had my stream key, which is, I can give you guys my stream key if you want. And then I just went in, did it, and it was good. What's a brochure? Millennium Master X2. Finally. We listened. So that means YouTube did hear it somehow. It probably, I wonder if it takes from like track 1. I'm assuming it takes from track 1 then. Because track 1 is like technically the live mix. So, track 1, live mix, includes everything. It's all one jumble. Track 2, live mix without the DMCA, that's for the VOD track for Twitch. So Twitch uses that for the VOD track. It's why in the VODs, you just hear me talking. Without hearing anything, except for the ones on YouTube, which I'm still uploading. By the way, that pre-stream channel chat, at this point, I'm just gonna start muting whole sections, and they're just gonna disappear, because it's getting annoying to upload things. It's getting very annoying. Even the VR chat video was like risky because there was, again, there was Africa by Toto in there, in a VR chat world. So. It's basically tonight everything is going live, every single one, and I don't care if it's gonna get muted or not. What is this? We listen. Finally, a computer cut above the rest. In a world obsessed with speed and efficiency, the Millennium Master X2 emerges as a defiant testament to the golden age of digital lethargy. Is it lethargy or lethargy? With a processor that whispers tales of a bygone era and a display that turns pixelation into an art form, this machine proudly resists the march of progress. The Millennium Master X2's power consumption is a bold rebuke to the concept of eco-friendliness, heating rooms as effectively as it processes data. You know what's weird about this? Yeah! I kind of hate that computers have gotten more efficient, because I really enjoyed shutting on my computer to act as a really expensive heater. Well, actually not expensive. It's pretty efficient if you think about it. Syllabus. The lethargy? No, I think it's lethargy. Lethargy. Listen, okay, you know this, that pronunciation guide. I want to hear it. Lethargy, Wikipedia. The pronunciation guides? Oh. Clinical depression. Oh. Depression. Please give me, okay. You know that game, which is 7 steps away from Kevin Bacon? I'm gonna play a game called 7 Steps Away from a Pronunciation Guide. Mood. Psychology? We now need to get the language. We need to get towards language. Is there a way to... Suicidology? No, don't go there. Emotions. I love emotions. Wow, that's an amazing painting. This is an amazing reference. Oh my god. That's actually really good. I am a huge fan of that face. Wait, hold up. There's one face in particular. That is a solid face. That's a great face right there. You know what I mean? This one says, I just shit my pants. Actually, there's a whole story over here. This person smelled my shit, so they're crying. This person's like, oi, who shit their pants? And it's me over here like, oh, here we go again. I shit my pants again. And this guy's like, he ate the laxatives. What's a pronunciation guide? It's those symbols that like say like how you're supposed to pronounce things. Those symbols that tell you how to pronounce things. So it's like the E has like two lines under it and like to the left. Those guides, like those pronunciation symbols, they were made not for speakers of a language, but for the scholars. So therefore they're useless. Because this is the catch-22 of those things, okay? This is the catch-22 of it. Wikipedia pronunciation diacritics or something. International Phonetic. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Mr. Language people in my chat. Freaks. You freaks. You goddamn freaks. Wait, we need some examples. Symbol names. Ambiguous letters, superscript letters. Okay, well, this is the best example that I have. That I can show on stream. That probably doesn't mean anything wrong. What the fuck is this? Why does the page look like shit? Flashbang! So, this is how you pronounce IPA in the International Phonetic Alphabet, right? The problem is this. This is the problem. If you know this, you already understand how to pronounce everything. Like, if you already... The only people who understand the International Phonetic Alphabet are scholars of languages. The problem is that if you're a scholar, you already know how to pronounce lethargy. Right? And so you don't need this. It is made... The system was made for people who don't need it. No human being is going to understand what this means. What does this mean from a human perspective if you don't know the meaning beforehand? And why is there an H in my eye, right? I-P-A. Why is there an H? None of it makes sense. Anyways, language was a mistake. Art, the only way to really show the world is to look at art because it's aspirated. No, it's not. I-P-P-P-P-P. P. Yeah, it is. But see, that's the thing, right? You're explaining it because you know the system, because you studied it. But the problem is that it's only made for scholars. To normal people, they just look at it and they go, what does that mean? Because it doesn't sound like it's, fully aspirated. Stupid language people. Art solved language a long time ago. You know the saying? A picture is worth 1,000 words. Beauty. Envy. Beauty, envy. Lust. Anger. There's a lot of side profiles. These look like Final Fantasy characters, actually. Wait. Compared to SPE. IP. IPA. SPE. P. B. 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 SPE. P. SPE. Nah, you language people are wrong. All you language people are wrong. Anyways, Final Fantasy. No, not the webpage. Come on. Give me the image. No, give me the image. You fuck. Okay, well, this is the image. How do I undo a filter? Shit. These characters look like Final Fantasy characters. If I did this. Oh, it's an SVG! Sorry, chat. I need to convert this file. God, I really wish file conversion was easier. Like, I wish file formats were, like, standardized. I wish it was just one image format for everything. Like, I don't care about... The problem with too many formats, I don't care about the differences between them. I just want them to work. The problem is that making it work is you require people to do it. to make it work. Sure, no compression. I don't give a shit. Could be like 5,000 MB. Doesn't care. Doesn't matter. This looks like a Final Fantasy character sheet. Guys, look, this is the new Final Fantasy 17 concept art leak. Oh man, if you want English, I don't want IPA, chat. I don't want IPA. Stop giving me that shit. It's made for scholars, not for the common man. You know what's made for the common man? This 4x4 chart on human emotions. This 4x4 chart on human emotions tells me more about my own language than IPA ever could. My ice cream melting. This actually only makes sense if you know what the Final Fantasy stuff looks like. Is this FF9 cover? No. Final Fantasy 5 cover art? I know. Final Fantasy 15 cover art. No. Here we go. Here we go. Tell me, chat. What is the difference between this official concept art of Final Fantasy and this? There's actually no difference. In my mind, these two are the same. And it's all about it's the fact that it's drawn in this very specific style. That's, you know, obviously the style of Amano, which is like their art director person who like, well, or their concept person. Basically, that one person defined the visual style for a lot of their like stuff. And it looks perfect, actually. It does look like a cum face, actually. Anyways, why am I here? What I'm saying is, yeah, just this website's cool. What's the syllabus? In this foundation issue, we'll dive into the ancient mystical art of resolving nearly any computer issue by simply turning the device off and then on again. This practice, passed down through generations of IT elders. Okay, I'm gonna try it, okay? If the stream dies, then you know why. By the end of the lesson, you will understand the historical significance of rebooting. Sure. There's no next. Using the internet. You're about to dive head first into the boundless ocean of information that is the internet. A place where dreams... You know what's crazy? I read. You're looking for RF, huh? The funny thing is that I read you guys' books, and I put more effort into it. And me reading this doesn't do a good job of selling it. In fact, the people on YouTube are now probably like, I don't even want to see this guy's like live stream. What? Take the security test. Oh, you guys want to do a test? Prove you're a human. What? Select the photo of the best looking turtles. Uh-oh. Chat. Okay, this is a hard one. Think about this. Think about this question very carefully, okay? The AI would choose the most realistic looking photos of a turtle. Because to the AI, this is a turtle. This is an image of a turtle. This is a cartoon turtle. This is a real turtle. So the AI would choose these. As a human, I must choose this. Select the most singular sock. What does that mean? Which sock do we choose? I don't know. These look... Oh, this one looks like it smells good, though. That one looks like it smells really good. I'll choose that. It's like the finest napkins. All of these are cum socks. These are cum tissues, okay? People have, like, wiped their, like, cum on these. This... Somebody... Okay, there's some people out there, when they wipe their ass, they don't fold their, like, toilet paper. What... Do you know what they do, chat? They crumple it like this into like a wad, and then they use the wad to wipe their ass. And I'm like, you fucking psychopath. Like, what are you doing, man? Because if the wad fails you, you got shit in your fingers, man. The one that looks like the most like the sock of a single person. Ew, toilet paper. That's okay. That could go one of two ways. One, you use a bidet and your ass is ultra clean. Two, you smell like shit. This is what John Wick uses, or what the cleaners use in John Wick, because it's soaked with blood. This is like a doctor's like scrub mask that fell off, so I'll take that one. Select the preferred mustache. This is giving suburban dad with big cock vibes. Hey Jimmy. Hey Barry. My wife's been talking about you again. Oh yeah, I know. I mean what? Oh. This. Okay, no, this is okay. This? I need wait. There we go. Huge. Good image. Good image. Yeah. Good image. This. Okay, we're gonna form a human, chat. We're gonna form a human. I need paints. I need paints, actually. I'm not gonna do it in OBS because I realized that that's nearly psychotic. It's very psychotic. We need GIMP because I need more tools. We're gonna form the ultimate big cock suburban dad. If you know, you know. It's a whole meme. It's a whole meme of like, you know, dad cock. Where it's like, you know, the dude who looks like this has like the fattest cock. But also like the dude who like looks like this. Like, he looks like such a nerdy, wholesome dad, right? But the reason why he's a dad is because he has a fat cock. You know what I mean, chat? If you don't know the meme, like, what I'm saying just sounds like nonsense to you. If you don't know the meme, like, what I'm saying just honestly sounds like I'm having, like an episode. Scissors select. What? What does that mean? This is so much easier to crop with. Why don't I use this more often? Why don't I use this tool more often? Scissors select is amazing. This is just like the magic. This is like the magic wand, but not Hitachi branded. It's like an off-brand Hitachi wand. Cool. Okay, so get the feet. We get the feet down here, okay? Yeah, you know what's up with big cock. You haven't seen a big cock till you've seen my cock. But to grab the image directly, I can. This? Look. Motherfucker looks like he's packing. Perfect. And then we need like a body. What's like the body of like your stereotypical like dad? Oh, dad bod. I'm gonna Google dad bod. Okay, wait. Dad bod. No, not. I misspelled dad bod as da bod. That's not a dad bod. That is not a dad. This guy has too many abs on like on his body. I need a body. I need a stomach that's so distended that he looks like he's about to like a fart. That's what I need. Dad bod competition. The dangers of a dad bod. Perfect. I love when I can get a dad bod from the dangers of a dad bod. That's good. There's no danger. This guy's rocking a fat cock. By the way, this is the perfect image for dad bod. Because for some weird reason, his belt is undone. Why is his belt just undone? It's like he's about to whip out his like cock or something. What is this? I need to match the head perfectly. Okay, perfect. Now we move these two layers in unison. And then we move this one up. Now we need like, okay, what's a dad leg? We need dad legs. Dad legs. My father's legs. What the fuck is this webpage? What is this webpage? SarahPerovic.com. Wait, Perovic. Wait a minute. Perovic. No, what the fuck is this? Chat, I don't. What did I just find? What did I just find? Chat, what did I just find? I need to show you this. What did I just find? Sarah Perovic. Her project, My Dad's Legs. My dad's legs, okay? It's like a serial killer collage. It's like, I'm gonna collect the body parts. Wilson, we got a new case. What is it this time? I've been on the beat for so long. I haven't had a break this. I haven't had a break once yet. Well, you're not gonna like this one. Sick bastard's been taking photos of people's feet right after he kills them. What? Oh, Jesus. Like, bare, clothed, it doesn't matter. Sometimes they wear shoes. There's no rhyme or reason. But there is one consistent thing. He focuses on the leg. Everything has started with my mother telling me she fell in love with my father because of his beautiful legs. You could not... You could not get this out of me even if you waterboarded me. Even if you waterboarded me, I would never let you know this. This guy has a massive cock. Look at the shape of that. We're using this. It's not the legs that she fell in love with, honey. Girl, it's the cock. Your mother was lying to you. She just didn't want to say that your dad had a fat cock. This is the ultimate dad. Whenever you say daddy, whenever you think of daddy, this is who you're talking about, Chad. This is who you're talking about. Daddy comes in many shapes and forms, but the one form that he comes in is the ultimate supreme dad. Pretty much, yeah. It's like, yes, honey, I love him for his legs. You know what they say about men with large legs? Honey, how am I gonna explain to my daughter that I love your fat cock? Like, oh, don't tell her anything. She doesn't need to know. It even has a bulge! They have big hearts. True. They have big hearts so that the blood can, like, pump into their, like, massive fat fucking cock. You know, I was supposed to put, like, a content warning on today's stream because, like, apparently you're supposed to put, like, a content warning onto your streams. Problem is that, like, I didn't know what content warning to put, but now I know. Now I know what content warning to put. Now I know. And now I understand enough about myself to know what to do. So. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. What the fuck? Oh, I was on the wrong layer, bro. There we go. Brain damage. Content warning. You will incur brain damage. Be ready for brain damage. This was, look, honestly incomprehensible to most people. Again, I'm just saying, this dude, like, stereotypically, this guy has the fattest cock. Stereotypically, this dude has the fattest cock. Like, people make fun of No Neck Ed, right? But No Neck Ed, you know that dude was, like, packing, alright? The mayonnaise was just a distraction away from his massive boner. What about the length? It's hit or miss. It's hit or miss, really. Is it a long chode? You never really know, Chad. Wait. What is it? I still believe shores is a lie. It's like, I'm pretty sure your length flaccid is a good indication of how long you are, like, solid. Because it's a sponge material, no? So doesn't it just fill up? Length doesn't matter that much anyways. Okay, Mr. Tiny Dick. Okay, Mr. 2-inch. Jeez Louise. Speak for yourself, buddy. Okay, what is going on with this image? Why is there like a yellow... Oh, he's holding something in his arm. I was like, what is that? He's holding something. Wait. Oh my god, Chad, I think this is an AI image. He's not holding something. It's merged into his arm. I think it's an AI image. Did I get AI'd? I think I got AI'd. But why is it so graphic then? At the stomach area. Anyways, yeah, this is the ultimate dad. I'm gonna say this. So, image, cropped content. The ultimate dad. Ultimate dad. But yeah, this guy for sure has a fat cock. So again, that's the look that you want to have. This is the look of the person who like has a massive cock, right? They have that mustache. They have like a body that like doesn't really matter. They wear Skechers. That's how you know that their like penis is like huge. So Sarah, I'm sorry, but your mother lied to you. Your mother lied to you. So yeah, we'll go with the I think this guy has the smallest cock. This guy, the people who try really hard to look like very cool and like edgy, they usually have the smallest cock. So this guy has a small cock. What's so funny is that it's all the same person. Select the most useful sticky notes. Actually, you know what it is? When you have too many color-coded systems for your sticky notes, it's hard to see things. But you want a color-coded tags. So you tag sticky notes for whatever purpose, but you don't want the note itself to be colored. You just want a basic single color sticky note. There's too many and it's like, okay, like why are they different colors, right? Now, select the plane that flies the furthest. Sticky, hee hee. This one. No, this one. We used to have competitions, so this wasn't even like a school sponsored thing. For some reason, for like a week, back in high school. This is like, 10, 20 years ago now. I remember this like vividly because I accidentally like started something. For some stupid reason, everyone got really into paper airplanes, right? And I was one of the first people who like started it because like me and my friends, we were bored. So I was like, hey, you guys want to race like paper airplanes? I'm not even kidding you. Within like a week, the entire grade, like a good 100 people across like 2 or 3 grades started like going into like underground paper airplane like competitions, to the point where the school had to tell us to stop it because there was too much like paper all over the like place, and people were getting like blasted by like pocket rockets. I started an underground weapons manufacturing facility. But it was fun. Most effective utensils to eat Chinese takeout with. Succulent meal. Loop. Succulent meal, 10 hours. Is there a 10-hour version? I wish there was a 10-hour version.
Gentlemen, this... Look, I'm under what? My penis! This... Some cups. Some cups.
Where's his head?
Headlock, sir. You know your judo. Are you waiting to receive my limb? Ta-ta and farewell.
Where's his head?
Just a moment, you just assured me that I could speak.
There.
Is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that hand off my penis? Your hand off my penis?
Okay, the other best line of this video, so again, I'm trying to find the exact line from the succulent Chinese meal. The other best line in this is, "Get your hand off my penis!"
Get your hand off my penis! Get your hand off! Get your hand off my penis! Get your hand off my penis!
With absolute ferocity.
Get some cups. Get some cups. Did you do this to me? What reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
I love the way he says it too. It's really funny, but yeah, with this, okay. We're gonna eat a succulent Chinese meal, okay? Imagine you're him and you're eating a succulent Chinese meal. What do? You had something similar with cigarette packs. Yeah, but see, like that's not That's not funny anymore. That's just sad. You know what I mean? Like, people have like told me their like stories, and it's like, oh yeah, people like do these things. I was like, you guys had cigarette packs. Like, dude, like we just did. We had the innocence of youth over here, Chad. Oh, you folded them and you made them thin and you played a game with those. What was the game? Paper knives? What the fuck is that? Select the nicest blues. I'm more preferable towards like a lighter blue. It reminds me of the sky and very heavily chlorinated water. Select the apparels that bond VCs and developers the most. You know, there's a bunch of images of major investors when they go to talk to, like, you know, other people, like normal developers. There's images of them. Actually, the show Succession had this with a rich person who like invested, went into like, you know, the developer's room, and he dressed it down, quote unquote, in order to like make them feel like they can connect on some level. And he wore specifically this, and this. I've also seen these two and this. I've never seen a tactical vest though. I think everyone would laugh at them. Select the photo of the softest felines. Okay, that sushi cat. That cat, one, really hates this, and they're probably gonna like maul their owner after and then eat their eyeballs. Two, the meme cats are really good. I love this one. I haven't seen this in so long. This was my favorite cat image because of how weird it like looked. I still don't know if it's real or not, but I love black cats. I know people say that, you know, most people hate them, and most people, like, a lot of black cats get like abandoned and like stuff. A, they have the largest brain cells. B, they have this like, I don't know, cohesive look about them, and they look so mysterious and like weird. I used to know like a black cat, and she was so nice. At nighttime, her eyes would like glow, just like this, kind of. Well, not really glow, but like if you had any light source, it would reflect off of her like eyes. So you would always be able to like find her, and she loved hanging out. She would sit on my shoulder, and I was like, yeah, that's my favorite cat. It's like the most reliable pens. I'm gonna have to go classy over here. Select the best keyboard sanitizers. If you use any of these to sanitize your keyboard, that's disgusting. Not sure you remember anyone. You think you would try to hit your pack with the finger in order to hit the opponent pack in order to get it from the field. Now you think about it, it's probably very similar to the minigame with pins in The World Ends With You. You mean Pogs? You had just made a like a... You just explained Pogs. This is the game. You just explained Pogs. You've both explained Pogs as well as marbles. Anyways, yeah, I would sanitize mine with 100% alcohol, because if you don't, your keyboard's gonna break. So do this. Select the most popular languages. What the fuck is that language on the top left? What is that? What is this programming language? Google image reverse search. Reverse. Google Images. Can't upload. Alright. Eat shit. Université. This is Lisp? Lisp. This is the Lisp logo. Dude, it's like the perfect logo for Lisp, actually. Because if you think about Lisp, the idea of a Lisp, right, is you speak with the lisp. But then also it's like, okay, like this logo seems like if I try to pronounce the like logo, I'm going to get a lisp. Select the wait, but this is not the languages that I care about. This is the most popular, right? Where's JavaScript? There's no JavaScript. Prove you're human. Wait, would a computer answer? I think a computer would answer assembly, right? I've never seen anyone. Well, banks use COBOL. I've never seen anyone actually use F. Seriously, is that Haskell? Is that Haskell? That is Haskell. I'm a fucking nerd. I rarely see basic use for anything major, so Lisp is also like a very not, well, it's not unused, it's just uncommon. I've seen Ada used actually, but not popular, but I've seen it used more than these. Yeah, it seems similar to marbles. That's interesting. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that. I'm just, you know, it's sorry. Fuck you. It's like the most versatile eggs. Yeah, 8th is Haskell. This is good. Wait, no. Poached eggs. Hard-boiled poached eggs. So either these three, okay? Century eggs? Century eggs only taste good within kanji, right? Really, really hard to do otherwise because the flavor is quite strong. This egg could feed like a whole family. This is a raw egg. You can literally do anything with it. Sunny side up egg is good too. Chocolate egg, no. Raw egg, bad. These three though, cooked and formed eggs, you can take. Try this. Hard-boiled egg, fish sauce, sweetens with a bit of lemon juice as well as like some tablespoons of like sugar. Mix it all up until it becomes more of a glaze. Heat it up if you have to, right? Make sure to put some water so it doesn't like burn and like stick. Then, and also make sure you turn on your like hood vent because your whole house is going to smell. Then you take out the yolk and you mix it with it. You then get dried shrimp, and you like, you know, crush it into like, you know, dust, sprinkle it on top, and you've got a great snack. It's like a Southeast Asian deviled egg, basically. Prove you're human. Select the best meeting room doorknobs. By the way, the reason why we're doing this is because I'm not done my ice cream yet, so. These all suck. Oh, no, this is the best one. Okay. My reasoning is this. When you close the meeting room, and you don't want anyone to enter, right? You want the lock to be easy. Because when you're about to fire someone's ass, you want them to know. Usually when you close a meeting room door, you don't lock. You want to press the button, make a really loud noise, like the click, like... Then the person walks and freezes in place, and they know, oh, it's that day, isn't it? All the penny shaving I've been doing, time for me to go. This one is annoying because it's a bit too long, and very often you will run into it. This one's annoying because like the handle just feels kind of weird, and also eventually it like breaks if someone turns it too like far. This one sucks because you think it's a lock, but it's not really a lock. This one doesn't do anything, and I don't know how to use this one. This one makes your hand smell weird. This one for sure makes your hand smell weird. Your hand is gonna smell like some weird material after. This one feels awful to use. And the middle one is just, it's a key. It's chat. If you're gonna fire someone, right? Imagine fiddling with like a set of keys, okay? Like you have to, okay, imagine this. You go into the meeting room. You're about to fire someone. It has a key lock on it, okay? So you need to lock the door and there's security with you. But then the security person has the keys for the entire building. So do you know what they have to do? They need to go through their entire key ring to find the key for this one specific door. As the person is sitting there, and the dread has already set in, it's long since passed. They're now at the point of annoyance, which means they're gonna punch you as soon as you say you're being fired. Prove you're a human. Select the best mice. One answer only. The Apple mouse is a mistake. What is this? This is a design class. Hello and welcome. This is how you design a mouse. The Apple mouse. Do you believe that the Apple mouse is a design monstrosity? Yes or no? Your answer determines if you're allowed to be a part of this community. 7th one is a Microsoft mouse. Yeah, it's bad. Okay, good. You're allowed to say. Even this one, like I don't know, something about flat, like because like flat mice, there's not enough pressure to use it. But the Apple mouse in particular, the way that you use it is to move it around, right? You have to push your mouse like left, right, and like stuff like, and like up and like down. But to use that mouse, you have to press the entire front plate down, which feels weird compared to just pressing like this down. You also cannot charge it without flipping it upside down. You have this for free? You got it for free? What? Fuck the Apple mouse. Is it good? Okay, is this mouse good? It looks like a shit. You know what we have in Canada? Whatever the fuck this is. What the fuck is this? Chat, I don't know. It's like a soft, like floppy wallet that you use to slap someone. What is this? we have to see this. Surface Arc. Is there like a video of someone like swinging it around? I'm gonna buy this mouse, chat. I'm gonna find this mouse on sale. I'm gonna use it for all of you. I'm gonna swing it around and we're gonna see how it works. Okay, live. The charge. Yeah, there's something weird about like the way that Apple designed the like charge. I don't know why they think charging it, because their idea, their design is, you should take a break. Don't think about it. Just charge your mouse. Take a breather. Don't do anything. Made, by the way, by the same company where Apple, Steve Jobs said, if you don't do it, if you don't do work, you're getting fired, right? And also, what happens when your mouse dies in the middle of work? Well, guess what? Your boss isn't gonna say, oh, Apple mouse, go take a break. You deserve it. Like, buddy, that's company property. That shit's standard. You should have charged it, you dumb motherfucker. You're fired. Better than nothing. Hard to click. Well made, though. And free. It's literally better than nothing because it costed you nothing and you actually get something. This is a supreme mouse. If you have this mouse, you've never had pussy or dick in your life. Ever. This is the ultimate World of Warcraft mouse. What did I choose? I forgot which mouse I chose. Prove you're human. Select the coolest cucumbers. Eggplants. Select the best dark mode shade. Oh, chat. This is gonna cause a fight. What is your best dark mode shade? Okay, from left to right, it's starting from 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Type in your number on the count of 3. On the count of 3, type in your number, okay? And I'll select mine at the same time. Ready? Take a moment to think about it. When I count to 3, that's when you type in your number inside Twitch chat, not the YouTube chat. The YouTube chat, I don't care about you fucks over there. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Middle, okay, well, I know you guys can't read, but I thought you guys could understand, like, verbal instructions. Yeah, this was a hard choice. My favorite is actually like this. I use a high contrast mode. But I also like a dark blue, so it's really between 3 and 7 for me. But this is like a nice classic one too. The middle is like nice. 8 is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8 is also good actually. 8 is a nice shade too. This one is too strong. The top left is too strong. I say as I choose like completely like, you know, just like pitch black, like Vanta black background where no light escapes. Select the most robust services. Oh, if you've never seen the video, if you don't know the video, you don't know what this is about. You guys want an explanation on these microservices? Here, I'll show you. I'll show you an explanation on these microservices. Cut the music. Cut the music. DJ, stop the beat.
Just one feature. Why is this taking 3 years?
Okay, remember, take note of every single microservice that you see. Okay, please keep in mind the microservices that you're about to see.
It's not that simple, all right? I have priorities. My team has deadlines. We have other deliverables in progress.
I'm still not understanding this. Why is it so hard to display the birthday date on the settings page? Why can't we get this done this quarter?
Look, I'm sorry.
Pure black is nice too. Are you a hacker or something? No, I'm blind.
Sorry, we've been over this. It's the design of our back end. First we have to call the bingo service. See, bingo knows everyone's name-o, so we get the user's ID out of there. Then from bingo, we can call papaya and...
This video is actually very well tuned. This video is extremely well tuned volume-wise. Wait, they don't... Oh yeah, see, it's 100%. Minus what this video is basically perfectly mixed. I will say one of the best markers of their quality for their videos is that all of their videos have very, very good volume control. AV01 poggers.
MBS.
I think that's automatic. I think they automatically re-encode to it.
To get that user ID and turn it into a user session token. We can validate...
Because upload, they recommend like MP4, but then they like re-encode everything on there.
Those with Omnop, And then, once we have that, we can finally pull the user's info down from Raccoon.
Yeah, but couldn't the Raccoon team basically just...
No, Raccoon isn't guaranteed to have that info. Before we do this, we have to go to Wingman, do a query to see if the user's willing to take it to the next level, or if they're just playing the field.
Remember, please, you have to remember the microservices.
Now, Wingman is cool, but he doesn't store any user info himself. He has to reach out to other user info provider services, like RGS, Barbie Doll, Ringo2, BLS. But how does it know what all the user provider services are? Well, for that, it has to go to Galactus, all-knowing user service provider aggregator. And while Galactus has omniscient knowledge of all current user info providers, it doesn't have future sight or knowledge of past user info providers, so it expects a time range. To get all the current user info providers, we need to pass a time range with the current time and a time representing the end of the universe, which we get from EKS, our entropy chaos service.
You didn't know that they use AV1. You thought that they use. Sorry, I just finished the stream. You thought that they used VP9. I think they only use VP9 for the 4K videos now. So they used to. So they re-encode it to like a shittier format for something. I just can't remember which one's like the really high quality one. But they use one high quality codec for the 4K. Then they use a shittier codec. They use a really shitty one for like the 240p. Then they use a basic one for everything from like 720 to like 2K. Use transparent pure black blur for your Vim backgrounds. And you put abstract pictures behind it. You are the ultimate Linux user.
EKS is being deprecated at the end
what
of the
is
month.
ABC1? Sorry. AV1. Sorry, I was eating ice cream.
Megastar still doesn't support ISO.
Killed a mosquito that landed on my screen with a spray alcohol. Nice. You know your screen is gonna it's gonna get discolored.
Timestamps like they said they would a month ago. So until Omegastar gets their fucking shit together, we're blocked. We can't get signed up for our use case. We can't use EKS. There's nothing we can do. So Galactus won't be able to find our new birthday boy provider, which means Wingman won't know how to talk to anybody, which means I won't be able to find true love and I'll die alone.
Okay, the best part of their videos is that they can never keep it together. The moment that this line drops,
love and I'll die alone.
The other actor is trying their hardest not to laugh.
I'll die alone without ever knowing love, without ever knowing it's my birthday.
Do any of you even remember what the microservices were?
We're blocked, okay? We're blocked, you sad, pathetic little product manager. You think you know what our users want? You know nothing of my pain, of Galactus's pain.
If you don't know Galactus, then there's something wrong. Sorry, that was a video.
To tell the user it's their birthday. You know nothing. Delivering this feature goes against everything I know to be right and true, and I will sooner lay you into this barren earth than entertain your folly for a moment longer.
All right, so clearly this is Walker. No problem. We'll push this out another 2 to 3 years or so. Learned a lot today. Love Galactus. But we'll talk next week about adding middle names to the profile. Awesome. Sounds good. Take care.
That is a real life. That is it's one of the most accurate interactions with a product manager that I've ever seen. Like, encoded into a video, okay? Guys, you don't understand. Product managers, they just want to get shit done. The really like mediocre ones, they don't really care about what you say. They just like give you orders and like tasks, right? The good ones understand. Well, the good developers as well as the good PMs recognize that it's a whole complete system. So you work together, right? But the way that these product, like that was the best representation of like your mediocre average product manager who's like, okay, I'll just push it out. All right, but I'll see you next time. All right, no problem. Gives him no time to speak. He's like, sorry, meeting's over. My 30-minute meeting slot is like over. I gotta go get lunch. Listen, you do you, buddy. Oh, you checked a random news video and you saw that the codec is AVC1 on it. Oh, yeah, what is AVC1 codec? Actually, yeah, Chad, let's figure out what the codecs they use. Advanced video encoding, what? Yeah, you still wash it with alcohol. Oh, your screen, but you learn it's not the best idea. You think you might have some weird permanent spots on it. It's like, yeah, so it's a thing that everyone has to learn at least once. Hopefully you learn on a very cheap monitor. I learned on a very old monitor. So it didn't really matter. But like, once you learn, then you learn. Don't use alcohol. It's bad for you. Huh? Oh, AVC. Wait, AVC1. That's just an MP4 file. What? That's a weird name for the format. So I guess AVC1 is just MP4. Huh. Well, I mean, it makes sense. And then VP9. Which one's the high quality one, though? There was one that they used that's like really high quality. Heckler and Koch VP9. That's I don't want the gun. Sorry, I don't care about the gun. Although that is a sick looking gun. What's the other one that you mentioned? The one that you said, and then I was like, I think it's the one used for 4K. Because you're right that they use two. So AV1. Wait. VP9. Okay, so wait. YouTube codecs 4K. Everyone shut up. This song is good. You want to know something crazy about the song, chat? This song. So I need to pause the song. So I can tell you about it. Remember this?
貴様の拳などかほどにも効かんわい。お前はもう死んでいる。何？もうは匠できぜぶ。
That song is from the game of that anime. This song is from the game of that anime. But yeah, it's an anime about a dude blowing people's brains out because of his ultimate ability with an ancient assassination art, traveling the wastelands of a post-apocalyptic society. And this song is from the game based on the anime. It's such a good, like, wonderful song that there's so much, like, I don't know, peace to it, so much, like, melancholy to it. In an anime about exploding people's bodies. I need to go wash my hands. BB, the ice cream. I had ice cream. The ads are gonna play, so I might as well just let the ads play too. So I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, I'm back. Anyways, yeah, let's look at the YouTube code. Like Reddit says. Sorry, Chad. I was walking around like really fast, up and down the stairs. So, yeah, apparently AV1 is more efficient for file size, but it's not lossless, or it's more lossy. However, there should be no discernible difference. Whereas VP9 is apparently like the high quality stuff. However, AV1 is what they use for 8K videos in recent years. So I don't know anymore, but I do know that they encode it like after you upload a video, because when you upload a video, they do processing and then they split it based on like the format. It's Y actually. So there's a sorry, I need to take a deep breath. So there's a trick when you upload music, for instance. If you do it like the official music distribution way, which I don't think you have the way. Don't die, daddy. I don't think you have the ability to upload music as like a normal person. I think you have to like enter some different section of YouTube to upload the music, but as a video too. In which case, it would get the highest quality, and it would also disable the video features like stable audio and like stuff. Or maybe you just set the category. I'm not sure, but there's a trick if you want to have a video have really good high quality audio, even if the video itself doesn't look very, very good. For instance, let's say you do like a long form video essay, right? You can't upload a video essay as like music, but if you're doing a video essay on music, you want the music to come through very, very nicely. you upload in 4K. So the trick is that you force YouTube to use the higher quality codec, even though the video is not 4K. I used to do it for the VODs. And then I realized re-encoding in 4K takes a long time, because 4K is like however many pixels, right? Like it just takes way too long. Anyways, do you all remember what the microservices were? Did everybody here do their homework? Do you remember what the microservices are? Because we need to answer what is the most robust service, okay? From 1 to 9, tell me your most robust service on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. I choose Galactus because Galactus is the one needs to figure out. He's the guy who needs to figure out everything. It's like micro penis, but as a service. You're wrong. That's actually the first time a micro penis joke has been wrong. Failed. Keep your loved ones, yourself, your country, and your computer safe. Okay, well, we failed. What's a terminal? Welcome, Gooch. Help. What do you seek today? Type of guidance. Help. Yahoo CD. You actually asked the guy who makes quality card renders. He said he uses at least 1440p, but because it has way more bitrate. Oh wait, yes. You should tell him to even use all the way up to 4K if he wants to, because the amount of bitrate that you get off of a 4K video is insane. But you need at least 1440p. Yeah, 1080p and below use like a weird one. Once you get to 360 or something, it gets really bad. But 1080p, like you still notice some very discernible artifacts. 1440p is like okay, it's what all the VODs are at because I record in 1440p too, and it's decent. But then you gotta go all the way to 4K if you want something nice. Well, so car renders, are they? I tried your command chat and didn't work. Illegal command, you're an illegal user. I am not illegal. LS. Special thanks to. Okay, well that's weird. Yahoo, huh? CD. But yeah, do they make car renders for Assetto Corsa? Yuri. Yuri. Oh, there was somebody named the Yuri, sorry, yeah. Beginning the challenge for discount merchandise. Welcome, human. It seems you've come in search of sweet merch discounts. Smart choice. Company merch exists to provide an illusion of purpose to your meaningless life. But you must prove yourself worthy of such a discount by finding 3 codes. Find the first code in the syllabus. What? Hey, do you guys want to do this? I don't know if you can. CD. Wrong, user. Try again. Oh, I bet you have to CD to some, like, thing. Dead Beef? What? The name sounds so familiar. The name sounds so familiar. Dead Beef. Oh, the name sounds familiar because it's... Yeah, sorry. It's a very well-known code for, like, you know, basically it was a hex code that was chosen as like a default thing for some error. But yeah, we're not gonna bother getting in the codes. I'm not buying shit. So wait, what's in your recycle bin? Press yes on the pop-up. What? What pop-up? Chat, I didn't get a single pop-up. How do I protection settings? How do I get chat? I didn't get a single pop-up. I have no anti-pop-up settings. Well, okay, well the second bin's closed. Oh, it's names. What the? Oh, that is a sick way of doing it. Maybe chat, I'm gonna steal their ideas for my website. That's a pretty cool way of doing it. Gallery? Honestly, I hope this like group gets like larger because it would be nice. Maybe because it's Firefox. Whoa, you saying Firefox gives a shit about you? The hell no. Programs. Email. You've won a free email subscription. I don't want it. Well, that's a cool system. I actually like this a lot. Anyways, thank you for joining me on this trip down to see whatchamacallit, what the Kazam website was. We failed the human test, so now you know that I'm actually an AI. So that person on YouTube was absolutely correct. I'm not a real person. We're gonna move on. today to the game. I'm done talking. Okay, it's been like an hour. Time for us to move on to the game. Today only, the YouTube stream will be for the entire stream. In the future, though, this is the ground rules for the YouTube stream. People watchers, okay? The YouTube stream will eventually be only up until either the Just Chatting segment ends or an hour, which means that you won't be able to see the stream past 1 hour or as soon as we finish the Just Chatting section. So when that happens, you're going to be left alone on YouTube, like the little lonely, sad person that you are. In which case, that's on you. Come to Twitch side to watch things. So the Twitch side, so it's fun. This is one of his videos.
Flex up, stretch out, big bands, whoa, whoa. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, whoa, whoa. Flex up,
I can't show this.
big bands, whoa, whoa. Flex up.
It's very flashy, and it's against epilepsy stuff. But it does look, it's a very stylish video. I like what they did. I always find it funny whenever these videos, they have like a random shot of like scaffolding. Why is there just a random shot of like a 3D rendered piece of scaffolding? It's not bad, it's just the way that it's like a style thing within like certain video types. It's so funny to see like random objects be like rendered. It's so funny to me. It makes sense from a conceptual level. It's just seeing it visually always like throws me for like a trip. But you should tell your friend to get into modding whatchamacallit, Assetto Corsa. Because they would really, I think they would go very, very, far. They could actually sell a bunch of their, car like models for Assetto Corsa people who like want to mod their like, game, and they would make a lot of money. Please let them know, and then tell them to give me a 50% cut for letting them know. Thanks. Skyfolding do be classy. I mean, you gotta appreciate architecture. Speaking of architecture, okay, before we continue on, I need to show you guys something. Before we continue on, I need to show you guys something. Yeah, yeah, I'll subscribe. Never too small. Please watch this channel. Never too small. It's my favorite architecture channel because it deals specifically with the idea of maximal space. Maximal usage of space. Watch this. We're going to do a bit of a React Andy today, chat. Because I think this is some of the best stuff out there. It's so nice, and the way that they
renovating a space while living in it.
They're so focused on the content, right? Unlike me, where I interrupt to try to interject with my shitty opinions on like things.
And that over time we were able to see what worked and what didn't work as everything progressed.
And I specifically love this channel because it's a way that people get very creative with how they use the most out of their space. Because a lot of these spaces are very, very small. Well, not super small. This one's kind of large, actually. This one's kind of massive. But some of the spaces can get very small, and they do so much with it that it feels like a fully grown set of spaces.
We had a clear understanding of what we wanted in a home from the very beginning. We wanted to create an open space that would have exposed walls and light entering from all directions.
This looks like... POV, you're in a prison cell in Sweden.
My name is David Buchler, and I live here with my partner Koichi and our cat Sophie.
POV,
we worked on this project with Kei Makoto, an architect from Ruvis, who helped us manage this project.
And then they're going to talk about the book. I really wanted to buy their book, but I was like, what's the point of buying their book when they have so many high quality like videos? I do find it funny that they have an architecture magazine when they have such a good set of videos. Honestly, if I had an architecture office, I would want to do with it. This is just my thing, okay? If I had an architecture office, I would have a VR headset that people could just put on and then they could use to explore a space. Or I would have like a full, like a 360 screen room where you can go in and you can use your fingers to swipe on the walls to like move things around. Sorry, but you feel like they would murder you at night? Handball vibes. No, they wouldn't murder you. They would top you. You would be their bottom.
apartment is located on the west side of Tokyo. It's conveniently located 20 minutes by train from Shibuya and close to
God, it's this. Whoever the director of photography is, they get really good shots.
located 20 minutes by train from Shibuya and close to Nishiyogikubo and Kichijoji.
It's
Areas
specifically the shots that they have, it almost transforms the space to look different from what you usually see. Because the stereotypical thing that you would see if you were filming something in like Tokyo is like, cherry blossoms and like people in like, just like and like salarymen and like stuff, right? Or like or like an izakaya street bar, you know what I mean? Or izakaya bar street, right? This is just
Kichijoji.
the space.
Areas both surrounded by nature and known for antique shopping and local bars.
Flush. Group winch.
We were living in the apartment when we started renovating it ourselves. Most of our weekends and holidays were spent removing the walls, which separated the bedrooms.
Dude, okay, okay. The one thing that's stopping me from doing that to most spaces that I've ever moved into, right? The idea of like, you have to because the renovated space, you must first deconstruct the space. It's why I love virtual worlds, because to deconstruct the space, you select all or select a portion and you delete. It's very easy. Hell, you could do it in like Blender very easily. Select the edges, select the points, select the vertices, the edges, faces, whatever, and you delete the whole thing, and then you just and you start building something there. In a physical space, you ever swing a sledgehammer, Chad? It's very hard.
The apartment is a mixture of different materials.
Our first material, concrete. Second material, concrete. Right there, our flooring is made of concrete. Ceiling, concrete. These marks was put here by the original builder when they were writing on the concrete. It says, "Please put water pipe here, don't forget."
We wanted a very industrial space, but also a bit of color, a few natural elements.
Did I know concrete doesn't mold? I actually had no clue. Wait, what? But isn't like concrete like porous? Is it naturally antimicrobial or like something? Concrete doesn't mold, because I thought mold was just wherever it's like decently wet and like dark or something, and when it can get like nutrients of some kind. I guess you can't get nutrients from concrete. I mean, maybe like concrete is just awful to like eat, but that's interesting. Wait, okay, but what if you have concrete and then you but you mix the concrete, or you like put like a piece of like orange peel on top of the concrete? I'm gonna prove science wrong by growing mold on my concrete.
When we found this apartment, it had been renovated 2 years before and had a passageway that ran from the entrance through to a central kitchen and...
He looks so fucking sick. Why does he look so... This is like, those like candid, like I just woke up photos, right? And they're in like full makeup. It's like this. Every guy on YouTube versus reality. It's like this. He didn't wake up like this. He did not wake up looking like this, right? It's a bit like that. Oh, oopsie! Somebody snapped a photo of me as I was walking by doing my daily demolition on my new home, and he's in like the most avant-garde piece of clothing ever. You wake up like that, wrong, streamer. I wake up like that, wrong.
The ceilings in older Japanese apartments such as this one tend to be quite low. We were able
even
to
when he's
recover a
working,
bit
he
more
looks
height
good.
in
What the
apartments such as
fuck?
This one
Chat,
tend to be quite
that's
low.
a good shirt. That's a really good shirt. I think that shirt is top tier. I have a shirt like this actually.
Ceilings in older Japanese apartments
It's one of my favorite shirts because A, it's very comfortable, very loose, but B, it's also like very nice.
such as this one tend to be
The second you wake up, you're ready to take model photos. I mean, maybe like photos for the morgue or something, like those crime scene photos. Sure, but I don't know if I call them model
low.
photos. Shit.
We were able to recover.
You
bit
got
more
told by a friend in construction that he has a mode.
height
Oh.
by removing.
You know
all
what?
the
I
ceiling
trust them
walls.
over me. I have no backing of science. I just have
There were 3
ambitions.
separate bedrooms, a small unit bath with a separate.
Okay, this is a bad video because like the space is huge. Well, I need to find like a smaller space. Sorry guys, it's sorry to cock block you. We need a smaller space. Like I really want to show you. Here we go. Chat, Hong Kong has some of the smallest spaces in the world. You ever see like a Hong Kong cage home? Hong Kong cage. God, I love that. Inside Hong Kong's cage homes by Vox.
It's more expensive to live in Hong Kong than anywhere in the world.
This is Hong Kong before that one event that I'm not gonna say.
Hong Kong has been ranked the least affordable housing market in the world.
So you can only imagine that's worse now.
8 years in a row, and by a long shot. Housing prices.
Well, there are hand models too. That is true. But your hands take less effort to look good. You could cover your hands in shit and it would just look like, they're like kind of dirty. Like
now almost 20 times
muddy. But your eyes, you wake up bad, you have bags under your eyes.
more than annual income.
Oh, also, sorry. The reason why there's no VTuber model, despite me having a VTuber tag, is because Kenshi will crash my computer if I use it. It's just a whole thing, so we can't use it.
That means that a household making $50,000 US would, on average, be
show the homes.
140 square feet.
Here we go. These units of cage homes, okay? This is not just a Hong Kong thing. Although over in like Southeast Asia, like say Vietnam and like stuff, it's more about people building their own homes on like random pieces of like land.
There are now tens of thousands of people in this city who live in spaces that are between 75.
That is a very small space.
And 140 square feet.
I think he gives a
typical
comparison.
parking space in the U.S. is 120 square feet.
See? That's how much space. Your sleeping space wouldn't even be able to fit your average car in a parking lot space. But like this is not just your sleeping space. This is your sleeping space. This is your eating place. You do everything in this space. So what happens is, and he'll like show it, is that they share like a dorm. So there's like rows of these. She is a kid. I feel so bad for her. Oh, this is the other thing too. Usually when they're built to like a very low standard. So like, there's no windows. So if there's a fire, like you're gonna die.
One of the most common strategies for small space living is this subdivided house model. This big space that's been divided up into a bunch of tiny little living spaces.
Which is like that's insane to me. One, for some reason, the person who drew this like diagram it's very funny.
It's been divided up into a bunch of tiny little.
These are all walls, so nobody can leave their like place. But why? Is there not area to build new houses? It's no, because it's here. It's an island. I'm not even kidding you. It's an island. It's just an island. So here, let me see if I can get the image. Welcome to Hong Kong. It's just an island. So like the major dense places of the city where all the workers, like this is where all the actual workers, you have work further up in the mountains, but again, you're in the mountains, so your work is primarily farming and or some ecological thing, which doesn't really need many things or it doesn't pay as well. When you're in the far countryside, there's not much. When you're in the like dense city center, there's also not much room to build because you're on an island. It's also just a reality that like any downtown will eventually devolve into a sprawl that has to build upwards but not outwards, because the more dense it is, the more sort of like value you can get from it, and the more convenient it is. But the further out you like go, the value of the core kind of gets lowered, because then you have to have people commuting. Like everything serves as like an artery into the main heart of the city, if that makes sense. So usually what they do is they build upwards. The problem is that these buildings are old. So like, I need to show like a good image of like Hong Kong's like streets. Maybe this one has it. Once again, Never Too Small has probably some of the best. The best. Their DP is insane. I don't know who the DP is, but he's nuts. But this is like how packed the street is. So all this infrastructure is like here, right? Sure, you could build more, but to do so, you have to knock down these like buildings that are currently being used to build higher. But you can't build new much further out because you're also on like an island, and you're pretty damn close to the waterfront as is. DP, huh? Sorry, director of
little living
photography. So you get into this like weird catch-22. Other places that have like downtowns can do well by just having infrastructure that like takes you further into the core, right? Where you need to travel for a long time. And I'm not saying that that doesn't happen in like Hong Kong. It's just significantly harder because Hong Kong is like mostly mountains. It's like there's a lot of mountains there. So it's kind of hard to do anything when like a lot of it is like wild too, right? So usually stuff just stays in the core and then they want to, be able to like grow in that. And most people don't really want to go far either because spend 1 to 2 hours going in and out. You have no time to do anything else. It's kind of hard to like live at all and take care of your like kids, let's say. However, there's also the other side of that, which is more of a socio-political, economical thing where landlords are going to landlord, right? People just want more money. And so what they're going to do is when they subdivide it, right? Don't think of this as just as a practical concern. Think of this as a money-making concern too. Because again,
Subdivided house model.
this is the original floor plan, right? So this house would be enough for maybe, let's say this is the kitchen. This is the washing room. I'm assuming that's like, and then this is like washroom, right? So you have one main room, maybe like one washing, changing room, and like one kitchen. Maybe one family can like live here, at most, unless somebody wants to live in the kitchen or the small washing room. Maybe 2 or 3 if you really
divide it up into a bunch of tiny.
Now you are now receiving from 1 to 2 families. You can now get money from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've tripled your income.
Little living spaces.
So there's a lot of factors, but it's just expensive to build further and like further. B, it's cheaper to do this, and C, you get more return by doing this because the margins that you get, it's both a multiple on your base as well as sort of like increasing the amount that your existing stuff can create for you that you've already sunk your cost into, right? So there's a bunch of factors.
These people basically have room for a bed and a table and a few belongings.
Drop it. And they're in bunk beds, okay? You'll see later on, some of these rooms are packed like 4 people in one room. I love how he has karaoke stuff though. You really, listen, doesn't matter how much money you have, doesn't matter how you live, you have to have a karaoke setup. It's why I have it's why my mic is the 57B and the SM58 because karaoke stuff is like life. Why does every Asian person have like nuts?
What makes this model work is that they have a bigger communal space where they're able to.
There we go. This is the communal kitchen.
They're washing in the bathroom, open to everyone, so that they can save space and save money in their actual living quarters.
So it's like a dorm. So okay, this toilet must smell disgusting. Everybody uses this thing. Every single person. That's the one thing that makes me like gag. I cannot share a toilet. The only person I've ever been able to share a toilet with is my wife. If I had to share a toilet with like anybody, I disinfect that shit. I go into like a whole like bodysuit, I disinfect it, throw the bodysuit away, and I'm good. There's something weird about toilets to me. I don't know. The portable DVD player. Yep. You remember a girl had a similar one in a hospital you were in. Oh. Is she okay or she didn't die, did she? But if she died, she must have died to some banging beats.
So this is the kitchen for this space.
Will you clean your toilets anywhere? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Which is shared by 4
question mark. I don't know. It's the hostel. I don't know. Anytime somebody says hostel, it's a sad story.
Families.
No, but seriously, yeah, clean your toilets often. Every time I take a massive shit and it's like watery, that shit splashes everywhere, right? And it gets stuck to like the toilet bowl. It gets like a bit like brown, and then under the toilet seat because the water splashes back, it's like all brown too. I have to wipe it down after. You gotta clean it often, guys. Look how densely packed this is. When was the last time you cleaned your toilet with a brush and chemicals? Wait, you have to use a brush? I want you to look at this. I mean, this is a more... Okay. This is a very, like, average city center section, right? Hey, no way. No, I'm just kidding, chat. I actually cleaned the chat. I use a lot of chemicals. I use bleach and the chlorine to really clean my toilet very good. If you want a deep clean in your toilet, be sure to use bleach and chlorine, guys. This is a very high scale place. This is made for like, the nouveau rich of Hong Kong, or even the old rich, honestly. There's a lot of rich people. There's actually a person on YouTube somewhere, I forget her name. She got rich off of crypto, and she bought like an apartment in like Hong Kong for like $10 million. It was one of these, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
The tempting explanation here for why the prices are so high is land scarcity. 7.5 million people crammed into this series of islands. It's going to drive up the prices. It's the same story.
Yeah, but that's only a portion of the answer, and he actually goes into this. So it's like one portion of the answer of like land scarcity, but it's also like a bunch of other factors of like, hey, like it's mainly like a profit
in a
margin.
lot of places that have run out of land that are in high demand.
And they go upwards.
Or New York.
Yeah, San Francisco, for instance, they like primarily build upwards. But also San Francisco is also kind of like San Francisco is an interesting case too, because it's also the fact that earnings have like gone up so much that because of that, the building developers can charge more for things because they know that there's a market for it, which then drives out the lower income people, which then causes like this like cascading effect of as they leave, there's now more room to build more high profit margin stuff to sell to the rich. Apple Cupertino employees.
Okay, this might be the story in New York City and San Francisco, but is Hong Kong actually running out of land? Let's see what the drone says about this.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Flying over Hong Kong.
It's really hard to build on a mountain, chat. Well, like, this is the thing, right? Price-wise, it's like, this is the thing that he like gets into. It's not that there's no land. It's just the fact that like it's a hell of a lot cheaper to just reuse places for like money compared to trying to figure out how to build on like this. Because there's a couple of concerns too.
Kong, you start to see that while yes, there's a very dense urban landscape,
here,
there's also a whole lot of green space.
I wonder if he talks about it too. I think there's like a whole thing where they have like a preservation thing too, where you're not allowed to use a lot of the like land because it's a lot of like historical stuff. Or not historical stuff, but like ecological preservation. I can't remember if it was this video or some other Vox video, because Vox has 2 videos on this. No, Vox
Government
like
land use data says that 75% of the land in Hong Kong is not developed. Now, some of that is mountainous and rocky and not easy to build on, but certainly not all of it.
Yeah, bring us the experts. Bring us the
I
experts.
posed this question about density to 2 experts. One is a Hong Kong citizen, and the other is a 30-plus year resident. Both are advocates for better urban design.
Blow up the mountain. This is a Minecraft chat. You were really sick when you got there. It was more for like checkups. I thought for a second it's like cock-ups, and I was like, what? Maybe she was also there for that. Maybe hostel is the wrong word. Clinic, medical center. I mean, I guess a hospital is the right word. I guess just because like here in the West, our hospitals are relegated to like emergency stuff, where it's like, okay, you need to go to like cure something. Whereas we go to like a clinic for like, okay, like you talk to a doctor to like do like checkups.
Are high prices.
Like my doctor grabs my balls and then he's supposed to say cough, but he never does actually. I don't know why.
Is primarily the result of land scarcity.
No. It's not.
Yeah, of course not.
There's a land use issue. We could also land inefficiently used or conserved.
The problem isn't the shortage of land. The problem is bad land management.
Yeah,
land use, land management.
Okay, this is the video. This is the video that talks about all the factors.
What these experts are referring to is that of all the land in Hong Kong, only 3.7% is zoned for urban housing. But it's not.
Zoning is insane, by the way, because we also have this issue in like, I want to say in like most cities. A lot of cities, they don't do zoning very well. There's another channel called Not Just Bikes that talks about this too, where a lot of cities, the way that they zone things, because they zone it in a very inefficient way, you get a lot of like single home houses where they could be high density homes, and you also get a very poor mix of business plus homes, which causes like certain areas to be money sinks for the local governments versus like profit generators like a business would be.
Not because of mountains.
Because even though you have property taxes, right, on your property, you as a renter like pay, a fraction of that. It's really the property owner that like pays it, and you only pay it for that property, and it's like a once every like month kind of thing. And it's also like a set value based on the value of your property, which will usually go up, but can sometimes go like down. But it's usually a much slower growth kind of vehicle. Versus if you run a business and you make sales, you can then collect sales tax on all those sales, and you actually get more as a local government from a mixed use zoning where you have businesses on the bottom, high density housing on the top. Like, you ever see those condos or like apartments where it has like a shop on the first floor? You can get a lot more value from that because they're pushing a lot more sale money through, both in the stuff that they need to buy as well as the sales that they make. And so you basically double dip and you get way more money.
Because of policy. And this gets...
But no, you want to build like a VR like sex studio on the bottom of a condo, and all of a sudden your city hall says, listen, buddy, you can't do that.
The heart of the explanation of why more and more people are living in homes the size of parking spaces.
God. Look at all the AC units. For every AC unit, that's a room that somebody lives in. That's how you know if somebody lives there. Because you need AC, otherwise you literally die from heat stroke in Hong Kong. So you got this, you need to have all these.
First thing to note, if you want to understand
That's a lot
the
of
real
people.
explanation, is that the government owns all of the land in Hong Kong.
What? Wait, isn't that normal? Do governments not own land? I thought the government by default owns... Oh, unless he means the government owns literally every land. And so you lease the land from the government. Kind of like how Japan does it, where it's like after 30 years, the homes get like torn down or like something. Versus like, you have some land that's owned by like private. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what he like means.
Well, all except
Government owns all land, depending on what you mean by own.
this one church that the British built here when they ruled it back in the 1800s, and it kind of just escaped the whole government owns all the land thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah, sorry. That makes sense because the whole Hong Kong government is like also... There's a whole history with the British colonization and then them giving, them like giving Hong Kong back to China and like having this like 100-year deal and stuff like that. That recently actually went into effect during that whole event. So I don't want to live in these times. I want to live after the exciting stuff is over. I don't want to live in these scary times.
So the government owns all the land, and it leases it out to developers, usually for 50
Leases,
years,
yeah.
in an auction process, where the highest bidder gets the contract. With such scarce and valuable land zoned for housing, real estate companies, more and more of them coming from mainland China with lots of money, will duke it out in these auctions, and will end up at an astronomically high price.
Like this
If I could buy a piece of land for $30,000, I would consider that a steal. That thing only went up to $30,000. I'm sorry for freeze framing you on this narrative. If I could buy land for $30,000, I would love this. How did y'all peer pressure Mint to join the Discord? Can we do the same to Swarkle? Listen, you made me pronounce their name, so you once again caught me. I'm gonna put like a counter of how many times I've been parasocial that you can all update eventually once I finish everything on the programming side. I didn't do anything. I just mentioned that there's more fun stuff in the Discord for you to like check out. That's why I forgot to post. Sorry, I forgot to post my music selection process yesterday. I'm so sorry. May you live in interesting times, curses OP. I curse you to live in interesting times.
that was just leased out for $2.2 billion, which set an all-time record for the
This video, the volume is insane. 85%.
most expensive.
Wait, actually no, 85% is like good. Because every decibel is like double the volume. So actually this is even closer in like volume than the Krizam video. It's just the noise floor of this scene is like very close to the beat. The range is low.
So the way that government zones
He came to my house and forced me to join Discord.
leases land
I did no such thing.
the first part of this.
I was just lucky that I found where you live, Chad.
The other part of this explanation has a lot to do with taxes. If you're the type of person who navigates away from this video when you hear the word tax policy, stay with me here. This place loves low taxes. It's a
Low taxes?
great place to do business
It's a great place to do business?
because the corporate tax is low, no value-added tax, no sales tax, free market economics, low
No VAT?
taxes. That's embedded into the fabric of this.
No Chat, I'm gonna move to Hong Kong.
place. Look at all those low taxes.
This is how I sell out, chat. I have a plan for how I sell out, okay? I move to Hong Kong. I start my own crypto. I then sell all of my crypto starting from Hong Kong. I pay no taxes on it. Then I escape and I change my identity and then I live in the Maldives.
Doing their work, building up those
Genius.
skyscrapers.
Time to sell out
slapping on
and to
those
make a
bank
scam
logos
crypto.
all over town. So if the government isn't getting
What the fuck was that lighting?
town,
What is that? There's like artifacts. What is that?
so if the government isn't getting revenue from taxes, it really needs it from
No
another
VAT.
source. And in the case of Hong Kong, that source is land sales.
So a lot of the government revenues here driven by land revenues.
You know what's funny is that Toronto has a similar issue where like a lot of the money comes from real estate. I think there was a report somewhere that like said like a not insignificant percentage of our total revenue comes from like real estate sales in like Toronto, which is really bad because yeah, you like get like really inflated prices because everyone's pushing it up. And again, there's a Netflix show about real estate agents selling the houses. They all seem insufferable.
And it's about
Tax avoidance. Okay, chat. Did you remember to burn your tax forms today?
The government of Hong Kong can lease out this land to developers at astronomical prices, make a ton of revenue from that, and not have to raise taxes on the people or the corporations that reside here. And they still
Oh my
proudly
God.
retain their ranking as the freest economy on earth.
Wait, what's economic freedom? What is the definition of economic freedom? I'm for free in Canada. It's the fundamental right of every human to control his, her, or her own labor and property. Wait, that's a lie though, because you can't even own your own land, my guy. What the?
What this means is that the
Look, Mom, what I learned from stick tax avoidance for rare parents.
Hong Kong government doesn't have a huge incentive to free up more land and lower prices. But while this current arrangement of bidding and auctions is really good
Oh, we're about to get into the craziest section of this
for
video.
revenue for the government and good for the
This
market
is
generally,
this is the one that's most related to like what you're gonna see in the This is the difference between these homes versus the never too small homes. I'm gonna show you soon.
it's not super good for the people of Hong Kong.
Wait, what? These chapters are auto-generated. I want that. How come mine doesn't auto-generate my chapters? My VODs deserve chapters.
因為我仔係過度嘅 A 仔嚟㗎嘛。
My son is diagnosed with ADHD, so there's not enough space for him. Lady, it's not the space. There's no amount. What is space is not gonna help your child with ADHD. You need to go help him with like medication or
所以
something.
空間對於佢嚟講少咗少少，空氣唔
Not
夠
enough
通啊，對
subs.
我身體都唔好㗎。
Yeah, guys, I can't commit tax. Okay, I can't commit tax avoidance when I can't even get paid because there's not enough subs. Can you please sub? No, I'm just kidding. Again, I make 6 figures. You don't need a sub. Please don't sub. I actually don't want you to sub. Spend the money on yourself. Take care of yourself first. ADHD takes so much space. My garage is full of it. You might just have a hoarding problem.
Of all the small space.
Wait, actually, no. That is okay. To be fair, it's like not shitpost. It is true that compulsive and like impulsive buying is a huge part of ADHD because your impulse control is a lot lower. When I got my keyboard, my like my split keyboard, I got like a clicker toy that's made of the keyboard keys. It's really fun actually. You have a Hoyni solution. Have ADHD? Just wank it.
This is easily the most cramped. These are coffin homes. Could I ask you just
You guys want to hear my clicker toy?
a quick question about your living space?
I actually use this toy a lot when I'm streaming. I use this thing like 24/7, and you actually don't know. Does it work? No. I just like to do it because it feels nice in my hand, and it sounds fun. It's actually it's a really cool toy made by ZSA. Where here, let me show you. So I have the ZSA Moonlander. This thing looks like ass because you can't fold the thing. You should get this thing. Where's the toy? What? Half Moon? No, get the Moonlander because the Moonlander has like the foldable thing. However, they have this is a better keyboard layout because the keys are kind of cascading more. It's pretty good. The Ergodox is okay too, but I'm not a fan of the fact that the thumb keys are so far down. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where's your clicker T? Where's your clicker Tory? Where's your clicker Tory? This thing. I got this thing. Get the satellite. Get the satellite. It's really fun to like play with. How do I get on the topic of a keyboard? Sorry, ADHD. No, the horny thing. Oh, does the horny thing work? Yeah, probably, right? I mean, listen, impulse control, what better way to get rid of it than just wank it? Different kind of property are often treated differently. For example, you might not be able to own land, but you can own personal property like a smartphone, so like something. Whoa, you guys own your own smartphones? Listen, buddy. Mister, we are not rich enough to buy that keyboard. It's actually it's a good price keyboard. It's a very good price keyboard. Look. Let's click buy now. Okay, let's click buy now. What do you guys want? Let's customize your keyboard. Let's just do this really fast before we finish the video, okay? How do you want to customize it? I think you should get... I have the Cali Gold. Listen to my Cali Gold. I'm not even hitting it hard. By default, it's a very clicky key, and I love it, and it feels so nice. So let's get Cali Gold. It's through. The price went up. I have the dark keyboard. The price went up from last time. I don't remember paying $500 for it, but I will say it's worth the $500. You can barely buy the clicker toy. Listen, buddy, there's nothing I can do to help you. Sorry. But it is expensive. Yeah, sorry. Use the Sveeve Triton. And it's sturdy enough to bash someone's head in and still use to keep gaming. That's all you need. I've never heard of the Sveeve. The ones you can assemble yourself are pretty affordable, like Cantor or Korn. Yeah, the ones that you can 3D print with your $5,000 3D printer are really affordable. You have a Lily 58. Oh yeah, you like mentioned this, right? Board source. Here we go. Yeah, this one's good too. You just use this, and that's good. Or you get a Moonlander, and it's all set up for you. The nice part about this is that you can just make it work. However, I actually wanted to build one of these. There's one called the Jin, and specifically, I found a dude who's willing to help me make these curved PCB boards, because I couldn't find one to buy it. So what I wanted to do was make my own custom one that's tuned to my hand. So I have the measurements. I found a dude who's willing to help me make to actually get the material to make a bent PCB board, and then we're gonna try to make it work as a thing. Because while the Moonlander is nice, I really want a fully ergonomic one so my fingers don't have to stretch at all. Low profile 25G switches, 20G on the sides. Use a Cantor, but you think you borked it with static electricity or something. Damn. Imagine borking your one and only keyboard. But yeah, look at the Triton. But it's not split though, chat. Chat, the Triton is not split, and you can't. Sure, you can bash someone's head in, but chatter. The rest of us can dual wield our thing. The rest of us can dual wield our keyboard. Stretch your fingers? Well, not really stretch, but I want the perfect reaching distance for everything. Because some of them you can get kind of far on this keyboard for my hand, because my hand is kind of a weird shape. It's not small, it's just a weird shape. Wait, what's a Cantor keyboard? I searched this up last time too, actually. Anyways, this is a good site to show it, but yeah, this is the kit, but it's on GitHub too. That's what she said. 5'1" with giant hands. We get it. Thank you for understanding my plight. It's really hard being 4'7". Do you even remember what this video is about, chat?
Could I ask?
因為我仔係過度嘅 A 仔嚟㗎嘛，所以空間對於佢嚟講少咗少少，空氣唔流通嘅，對我身體都唔好㗎。
Of all the small space.
This video is about keyboards? No, chat. This video is about coffin homes now.
This is easily the most cramped. These are coffin homes. Could I ask you just a quick question about your living space?
Wait, you guys actually enjoy having like low weight switches? Because the Cali Gold is like 70, I think. The Cali Gold, I'm pretty sure, is like 70. You guys actually enjoy having like low weight switches? Wow. I find like I need enough to actually feel like the actuation. Because my fingers are like heavy. Like my hands are a bit like my hands are a bit like Andre the Giants, right? When I rest them, I still accidentally press keys because I had to switch to lubed pandas, which is like it's I think at like 20 or like whatever the lowest number is, where it's like very easy to like press, and I keep accidentally pressing keys, and it really bothers me. Like I need something that like needs force. You guys enjoy like having things just like press? You come in and you were talking about keyboards, and now we're watching a video. What's happening? Today is this is a discursive day. Welcome, Heb. Wait, huh? Okay, well, if you weren't there for the bot, listen, if you weren't there for the Instagram video, I can show you actually. Do you all remember this video? Is it this one? What's currently open? No, not the candidate. Sorry. Not the candidate. Where's the video? If you weren't here for this video, have I ever showed you this video, chat? I love this video. Anyways, yeah, he just eats bugs. There's a whole TikTok channel about it, an entire TikTok channel, and it's so nice to like watch. Analog would need one of those optical switches. For you, the main problem with heavy switches is that they don't detect instantly. But like that's what I like, right? Because it's like it feels good. You know what I mean? My lucky day, the parasocial slip. I've slipped twice now. I've actually slipped twice today. I try not to give any of you names. I try to make sure that like all of you know that none of you are important to me. At least you didn't really like the 45. You would think you would enjoy the lighter ones. Me for real right now. Use MX Browns. You think they're 45. Thank you. Another heavy key oppressor. I don't know. Like I can't deal with the ones that like activate instantly because like it feels, I don't know, because my fingers, like I press down hard. With normal keys, you always think you pressed it, but you didn't. I want to touch your hands now. I want you to grip my fingers and like I want you to press down as hard as you can because I imagine it must feel so soft. Anyways, this is the video that spawned.
Can I get a double chunk chocolate Blumpkin, extra felch, and a side of Quandale Chungus the Aki way? What the Sigma?
Okay, and then at some point they talk about Baby Gronk.
What's your?
Here we go.
Oh, Livy Don. A baby Gronk.
And then and then we went down like a rabbit hole of going to like a Baby Gronk page, and then Baby Gronk is this kid on Instagram, and then somebody on the Instagram left a comment saying, what did the bot say? I hope your fucking family gets capital S sold. That's why I have that message. So if you weren't there, that doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of like weird inside stuff. Low profiles also feel differently from normal ones. Do you think they tend to feel tighter than the equivalent normal MX ones from what you've heard? Really? Okay, I need to feel all of your hands. If I ever go to TwitchCon, chat, if I ever get large enough to go to TwitchCon, I want all of you to walk up to me and I want to hold all of your hands. And I need all of you to squeeze as hard as you can because I bet you some of you couldn't even like crush like an ant in your palm. That's what I think of like a 20G Switch user. What's this video about? Oh yeah, coffin home, sorry. So yeah, so it's so expensive now that what happens is that they stack it on top of each other now. So now they do like multiple I guess it depends on what axis you look at it. Multiple floors of like coffin homes. It's a metal coffin. It's actually just a metal coffin that you sit in and you have to lie downside. So you can't stand, you can't even sit in it. No thank you. Our hands would go like cats while you try to pet them. Why would I crush an innocent ant, you monster? Flesh fates, hold hands.
Slowly working on this problem.
It's like 5 different reactions.
Year after year, new policies come in that are meant to fix this. But here at this industrial complex in Hong Kong, coffin home.
Oh, and then they like try to like, and they've been trying to like reinvent it by doing capsule stuff, but like you know what I mean? Like, the truth is like this is pretty insane what you have to pay for, but it's all because Hong Kong is so expensive because of so many different factors, right? However, this is the reason why we're watching this is because of this. A small home can be done well. A small home can be done well if you work at it like this. Again, 258 square feet. Hold up, wait. We need a home that's under like 100 square feet. So never too small. So the reason why we're watching this is because I want to show people. By the way, this is my dream home. I posted this in the Discord.
This episode is brought to you by Paperlag.
This is my dream home.
A small house is similar to a boat. Ever since I was a child.
This guy's a really good artist, by the way. This guy's actually an insane artist. This is his art. Zajiro. It's a very, very nice style of like art. And it's just weirdly creative too.
The reason we
Wrong video.
I have longed to live in a camper or on a
But I will say, this is not a small home. It's small when you compare it to like, I guess like other Japanese homes at this price point. But it's kind of an insanely large home. But he has what I've always wanted, which is a outdoor middle courtyard. Remember when we were in that VR chat world and I was just standing in the middle? I want my home to surround like an outdoor courtyard. And he does it even better because he has a cover for it, chat. He has a cover.
Ships are designed to live comfortably in a small space.
Oh, that's so
the
nice.
actual fastening devices used are the same as...
I will say, I would have maybe invented a system to do this a lot easier. I don't think I would have done this by hand because I feel like I'm going to fall off the railing as I as I put up and then take down the like cover. I would have maybe built a system of like pulleys and like levers to like move things around. I think his system is kind of insane.
Those used
oh no, the
on
chat
a
is hand holding now. The entire chat is hand holding. All right, everyone hold hands, sing, and sing Kumbaya.
My name is Zajiro, and I am an artist and architect.
That is the ultimate flex. Have you guys noticed this? Only artists refer to themselves by their like online name, right? And I wish that streamers are getting to that point where streamers refer to themselves IRL as their streamer name. Except some streamers have like very cringe names, right? But imagine you have a name like Zajiro. And you're like an artist. So you refer to yourself as Zajiro and it just feels it's like it elevates your status. You're so cool all of a sudden. Only artists can do this. Anybody else, it's cringe.
I live in this.
You know what, artist? You may not make any money, but you at least get to have a cool name.
With my wife and 3 children.
Yeah, when you do it, it's cringe. Is this allowed on Twitch? You guys hand holding? No one will know our secret. Okay, maybe we don't meet each other at TwitchCon. I actually don't get the point of TwitchCon. I'll talk about that after this.
The house is
let's
located
focus.
in Zenpukuji, Tokyo. This place is located where there are many manga artists and artists. The neighborhood is residential. I want to make the house appear so simple white box.
Stick just
when
went tea.
Child imagined the house, it looks
Time
like
for the
pentagon
tea.
shape. So that's how I want it.
Okay, this is not a small home. If this is your definition of a small home, I'm sorry, but you live in like luxury. Your dad is like a trust fund baby. You're the baby of a trust fund baby.
Our
or
family
sticky
loves
kettle.
to camp outdoors, so we want.
But this is the best feature. Okay, this like outdoor connection wall is such a cool idea. And then you have the like tarp to stop the rain, right? And then you just have like an indoor patio. Because my problem with patios, right, has always been I'm paranoid of people seeing me, and I don't know why. I'm very paranoid of like public stuff. But I love to feel connected to nature. So why not have the best of both worlds? Feel connected with effectively what is a giant, like, have however many feet like fence. That's illegal because you can't have a fence above 6 feet in like Toronto. But then you can also close it off if you want, and you get the feeling of being outside without being outside. This is like VR, but in real life.
Wanted a house where we could live under blue sky.
Their DP is so good. This is such a beautiful angle. Their DP is insane.
To camp outdoors. So
this is an okay angle, and then he just goes like, boom. This is my design. Oh, that's so good.
New houses in this.
Like, look at how cool this is, guys. You guys can sit there, hang out in your outdoor front patio thing. You don't need a fence higher than 6 feet to hide sticks.
Area are required to comply with strict size regulations. In order to get around this restriction, I decided not to have a roof over the living room and turn that part of the house into a courtyard.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this because you can't have too high of a thing because it's like if it's too high up, then it's not like you're not allowed to because you can't go too high into the sky. There's like air rights. By the way, the air rights was a major plot point in the movie Burlesque.
Lower floor, inside the sliding glass door is the kitchen, bathroom, and toilet. A staircase leads up to the upper floor, which contains study.
If you have a 2-room place, it's not small.
Bedroom, and balconies.
I need coffee after, by the way. Might need to take a shit. I'm not sure. It's maybe a problem, chat. I may have debated you all
are generally small
by not taking care of myself.
Always get crowded when everybody's living at once.
Okay, one of the major good invention is that because this is outside, right? It's a bit dirty, but it's also clean. But it's like it's the best place to take off your shoes too.
So we combine the entrance with the living room. So when you enter the house, you are in a large open area.
That's kind of cool.
A small line on the ground separates the entrance from the living room. There's a drain.
I didn't really think about this, but I realized that, yeah, you probably have like a bunch of water flowing through. Dude looks loaded. Listen, he's an artist who can use and refer to himself by his artist name and people recognize him. If people recognize you by your online Twitter handle, you've made it. Like you make a lot of money.
On the edge for the rain. By the entrance, storage holds coats, shoes,
I like your hairstyle,
and other items. We also have storage behind the steel door to hide items we don't want to show, like vacuum cleaners or
those are cute
cleaning items.
I'm glad you're glad you'll never make it then. You guys hear that? Suwarkal, Suwarkal on twitch.tv really hopes that they'll never make it because they don't want the people to know that their name is Suwarkal, Suwarkal on twitch.tv.
The living room has located just inside the front door and has no roof. The floor is concrete, which is great for both indoor and outdoor use.
Why does everybody love concrete? Like, sure, it doesn't grow mold, but does it really matter?
Protect my
he's too rich. He's too rich. I can't connect to the nouveau rich. I need someone who's like broke. DIY YouTuber. Sorry, I'm not gonna watch a YouTuber's home. That's disgusting. We need a smaller home, chat. We need a small. Smally. 500 square feet is not small. 500 square feet is like luxury. Smaller. 300 square feet? Is there a way to find homes? Is there a playlist by like feet? Is there like a playlist by like, oh, homes under 200 square feet, homes under 300 square feet? You know what I mean? Like, why don't they do this? Why don't they like organize it by size? We have to look at the title of all these. You only have 2 feet. They should share. God, there's no like another tiny home. 600 square feet? Oh god, this guy's rich. 270? That's the lowest one, I think. What the fuck? Yeah, there's a dog-human hybrid. Now we're all connected. 280? That's a lot. I want to get to like Hong Kong. Wait, never too small Hong Kong. Ugh, magnifique. What the? Wait, there's posts? Yo. 500 square feet. Okay, we just saw a video about homes and apartments in Hong Kong that were just barely 75 square feet. And this person is like, oh, it's too small apartment. 600 square feet? We found it. We found it. It's in London. Okay, not Hong Kong. It's in London. This one is an experimental home. So this one isn't a real home. Wait, Sydney. Wait, I clicked the wrong one. Let's go to London. 140 square feet.
This episode of Never Too Small is sponsored by Blue Land.
The 13 square meter house is a part of a series of projects that we've been exploring for quite some years now.
That house looks actually very, very large, but also like, I don't know if I would at least make it flush with the ceiling, man.
This project was about how we could make a comfortable house with such a tiny footprint.
We really focused on adding space and getting this feeling of space by making sure nothing feels flush with the ceiling or the floors. Why do they all look like I think what people that are too proud to live in small homes look like? You're not wrong. They do have that sense of superiority.
As far as we know, it's probably one of the smallest houses in London.
Yeah, but like, just why not flush with the ceiling, man? I will say, she looks absolutely cool though. And also London, I imagine, I wonder where they live in London, because like, isn't London like technically one of the more major cities? So it's like you could have a lot around you too. So it's both convenient and livable. That's a pretty good combo.
My name is Nina Tolstrup, a part of Studio Mama, together with
Studio Mama.
We founded Studio Mama in 2000.
His name is Mama? Do you guys think that's his like, you know, artist name, or do you think that's his real name? Right? We never really know.
Our little house here is located in
They look like they would call you grotesque sans serif.
North London, Islington.
That joke must be a hit in designer school. Like, you say that joke and all the other designers are like, oh.
On a very lovely street, which is in a conservation area. It's very close to a canal, which has got lots of lovely cafes and house.
This is really nice, actually. Cafes! Okay, I'm not going to go on the rant again. I'm just going to say it again, that cafes in the West are a dying breed.
There had been a
Sorry, I fell on the
Islington.
keyboard. Loves the NHS. Thank you for supporting the National Health Service.
On a very lovely...
It's a theater, a pub, and a kitchen. How does that work? What do you mean theater, a pub, and a kitchen?
Street, which is in a conservation area.
God, the DP is so good.
It's very close to a canal.
What a weird, because their DP, not only does it capture like an interesting sense of like life and like idyllic lifestyle, it also captures this weird angle and this weird like, you know, shift in like different zones almost. It's a very interesting cut. Good. Eat, then get drunk, then chill in the theater. But like, how does it all fit there? That's what I want. That's what I want to know.
It's very close to a canal, which has got lots of lovely cafes and houseboats.
This must smell like shit.
It's very lively in the summer.
Somebody must have fallen in trying to bike here.
This building came up around the 1980s.
DP is good, especially DV. I'm scared to Google that.
And was used as a minicab office.
When we bought it on auction,
This was used as an office?
there had been an elderly lady that lived here for a while. The house has been rented out since we have had it. We have not been able to live here ourselves because I have.
They're actually homeless? We rented out and we're actually homeless now? We actually are making this video as a call for help.
A family with kids might do one day, but our previous tenant lived here for 3 years very happily.
You prefer DVI, long live VGA. I'm sorry, I didn't know I was in a call with boomers. Or a chat with boomers.
The main footprint of the space was taken up by a bed, which also doubled as a sofa.
Disgusting.
Was not.
I can see this being like a business office. This doesn't really look like a home. This looks more like a business office.
In great.
I actually think that this looks like the kind of place that like the mafia runs.
Shape.
Your second monitor is connected with VGA. Why do you do that to yourself?
The main footprint of the space was taken up by a bed, which also doubled as a sofa.
Answer me. Why?
We kept the location of
Why
the
did you do it?
bathroom and the kitchen the same because all the surfaces was fixed.
Boomer would be S-video, true.
We have put all the storage units along the walls and inserted a Murphy bed at the end. The entrance is like a mini tunnel, so it's quite confined.
A SC art monitor, also true.
To give the sense of journey into the actual room. You have storage on both.
Okay, you know what? They did the best that they could with the layout, right? The layout is something that you can't really handle because it's such a weird thing. Like in this image, it doesn't look so bad, but in reality, the layout actually looks really restrictive.
Of journey.
I will say I like how they did the front door. It's a good choice. But this is like the hardest part. Like they really didn't have many options.
So one is obviously for
this feels like an RV or like a tour bus. Like you're on like a tour bus or something. I don't know.
hanging your coat and take your shoes off.
Why did they build it out of the cheapest materials? Why does it look so scuffed in the bottom?
And
What is this?
there's cabinet for anything that it has a bigger volume.
You don't like this. Listen, it's not about whether you like it or not. It's 140 square feet. This is the only thing that any of us can afford.
Everything in here is made from plywood.
In Toronto, this thing would be like, I need to show you a really cool Toronto place.
It feels like a sort of borderless space.
I'm gonna search it now before I forget.
We worked with the existing kitchen sink and a setup that was there because it was actually really functional. We covered it with side doors, and so
it just looks cheap for no reason. Okay, yeah, that's my main come up point. It seems like they use the cheapest materials to like build it, which makes sense if you want to like build like a place that's like affordable, right? But I think you can get quality that's still cheap. I think you can still make it look nice even though you use cheap materials. This just looks like they took plywood and they just like stuck it on like things. It just looks weird. I don't know. And it's primarily because of the wood pattern. I think the wood pattern would have been perfect if one, it was flush with the floors. Because look the gap. I think if they got rid of the gap on the floors and they added trim or like something, and they didn't use like a light pink which then fades into it, it would have looked better. Even the handles are off. You're right. I mean, when they're... Oh my god, you're actually right down here. I didn't even realize.
it just blends very much with the rest of the space now.
Okay, but to be fair, it's not the handle, it's the entire door. They did say they reused this to save money and like space and stuff. The whole door is just off. I think it's a refurbished thing.
It has an integrated fridge and cooking island. And then on top there is storage of all your kitchen utilities and pots and pans, etc. There's another board that is like a chopping board which extends the work surface.
You put one cucumber on this thing, it's gonna collapse on itself.
It has a mirror splashback because when we're sitting in the dining area and you're looking through, it kind of extends the space.
The dining area is wrapped
gonna
around
fall off.
the
Yeah,
window
XD.
frame, so you would sit.
It's funny how she steps over the carpet. Listen, even she recognizes that this is a shoeless home. This has to be a shoeless
nice
home.
view out when you're sitting around the table.
Okay, but I like this. I actually like this a lot because my wife and I love to go to like diners. So my wife and I love to go towards diners where we just hang out and we go on like dates and stuff. And we actually go there so often that the waiter knows us now, which is bad. But we like going to diners, so I would enjoy this a lot. There's something about like us dining at like diners where we get to stare at each other. That's nice. It's also because one of the first dates that we went to was like a diner. That table needs to be rounded. No. It folds in on itself, right? So it's safe.
So you
It's
would
only a
sit,
danger when someone's eating, and if you dare walk around someone when they're eating, you deserve to be to have your dick chopped off. Yeah, perfect
and
height
have a really
for a
nice
dick
view
reflection.
out when you're
Nice.
sitting around the table. The table is
You know, that's for the tall people. For the short people like me, the short kings, that I'm gonna lose my eye to this.
comfortable for 2 people,
I'm sorry.
but it can be
Comfortable for 2 people.
extended out, so you can sit 4 or 6 people.
Your 4th or 6th person has to weigh like 20 pounds. Otherwise, that thing's gonna snap. There's no way.
Seat has under the seat storage.
And when it snaps, their entire, like, it's gonna, like, demolish your asshole. She just made a trap. Fucking short privilege.
And the other side that's backing up to the entrance is where we access the storage for the suitcase or bigger items.
I need to calm down.
On
Today
this
is a
side
nice
of the
calm day.
space, there's a complete storage wall with integrated seating for relaxing.
So there's a
put
storage
your feet
unit
up.
you can pull out. There's also a poster, so it's a footrest.
That is the worst footrest, because look what happened when he used it, okay, Chad? Look what happened when he put his feet on.
Pull out. There's also a poster, so it's a footrest.
It slips and slides. You can't even lean back because that thing is gonna like slip and slide. The best footrests allow you to plant your feet on them in such a way that you can use it almost as a leverage point to like push the force of you back into your seat. Like it's actually perfect to like almost like use the mechanics of your bones and the way that they, you know, distribute force to allow yourself to stay stable. That's a terrible footrest.
There's also a shelf that can pull out, and that's at standing height so that you can stand and work.
I actually do agree that they definitely could have done more with like the quality of the goods that they use to make the space nice. Because the space is small, but they could have just used better, I don't know, stuff. Pull out, slip and slide. But it's just the gaps everywhere. It just feels wrong.
It's built with sliding doors, so there's no
That's
doors
kinda cool.
opening into the space.
It doesn't feel like a person lives there somehow. It looks like they live in a display space, not a home. To be fair, that's how most of these videos feel like. Because pretty much all these videos, they're like, it's just whatever the homeowner wants to like do with it, and then it's like a lot of them they clean up beforehand to like, because it's primarily about the architecture, right? It's not about the like stuff that's inside of it. So it's like they're gonna clean it up such that you get to see the way that they've laid things out. Versus necessarily that, you know, it looks lived in, there's like a towel here and there, you know what I mean? It's primarily about the use of the space and the way that the space is laid out versus the things that make up a living space, if that makes sense. It's why the sofa stays, but there's no clothing.
The Murphy bed is in what looks like a wardrobe. On one side of it's a mirror, the other side is the ply door. The door actually also functions as also kind of a barrier to the window too, so it adds extra privacy.
See, the problem with that barrier is that you see this gap over here? If you're a tall person, that's like, you know, that's where your penis would be. But also, like, I don't know, Murphy beds feel like a safety hazard. What if it falls out and like someone dies? Or what if it snaps up and you hide like a body there? And that's why a lot of architects suck ass these days. And you're not just saying that because you're an engineer that has to deal with the special ideas all the time.
Inside the bed there is an integrated.
That feels deeply seated into like that feels deeply rooted in like a personal experience.
Light, and there is shelving.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like any skill, right? It's like any skill and like any like art style or like it's like any skill where it's like you need to be good at it. But architecture in particular is difficult too because it's like you have such a disconnect between what you make and the people who eventually live there. So you need to actually have like a lot of like human lived in experience too. So it feels like it's even worse because you also need to have a design sensibility and like skills there and like an artistic sense that you also need to be really good at too. And then being able to mesh all of that into one, I can kind of see why it's difficult. But I also empathize with you on the engineering side because I've heard many stories from my engineer friends who do civil engineering, and they do not like the way it works.
For personal items.
Like no, you cannot have a giant pillar in the middle, or like no, you cannot knock down the giant pillar. You designed the space too large, and you've like cheaped out on the top, supporting structure. The entire thing will collapse. So I understand.
Between the bed area and the seating area, there is one big storage unit that is the main storage for your everyday clothes and bedding items.
But I think in this case, or at least for these videos, I think it's just because they had to hide it because usually there would be more stuff everywhere. This seems like very much like a small space, so like your stuff would be everywhere. You would have a much larger carpet and like stuff. They just really want to focus on like the layout and how they made use of it.
The bathroom has a cubicle shower unit, which
I love that washroom because you cannot do anything to stop someone from seeing you poop. Why did they, it's so, the first thing you see is poop.
Was there already. Everything else we changed.
To be fair, would you rather the toilet be in view or the shower of the front door? I think I would rather have the toilet be in view over the shower. But that's a pragmatic choice if I had only two choices. The third hidden option is you just have a wall. Yes, this building with the space for 200 people doesn't need spaces for electrical or HVAC. It's fine. We just teleport that stuff in. Is that actually like a real concern? Did they like? Because that to me feels like a very basic concern of like people need to breathe and like not die, and then people need to like run appliances and then not die. But not even like not just like appliances, but like things. Like you design an office space. It's like you need electrical to like, for people to actually use the office space. It's often a problem. That's impressive, actually. That's kind of impressive, actually. That seems a bit scary to me. At least, you know what? Thank goodness we have balancing levers, right? If it was just engineers, it would look like my website. You should check out Tadao Ando, since you know I like concrete. Wait, what? What's he do? Yo! Tadao Ando is an architect. He made this church. That is an insanely cool building. If I was gonna build a building that was made to worship something that had a shape, I would 100% do this. This looks sick. Wrong video.
We created a storage unit under the sink, which.
Anyways, yeah, that's what it looks like. The maybe there's like this one. Maybe this one's good. 400 square feet. Okay, listen, buddy. You're doing home organization wrong. Caroline Winkler. She has such a good clickbait image. I'm actually very proud of her. Because I actually can't do clickbait. I don't know. I just don't get how to. What? Super local. The transfer is designing waste around what? Transforming waste around the world. No. What I want to see is stuff like this, where it's like small but usable. Let's go with Melbourne. Okay, this is already weird. It's like too weird. You know what I mean? Attic conversion in Paris. Oh, mon ami. Très bien. Why? Why? Why did you do that? Why? Chat, it's like those videos. It's like those videos of like, oh, every person when they first wake up does not have perfectly styled hair. Why did he do this? He stuck the landing.
Most small.
What's ambient mode? What's stable volume?
Small Parisian apartments give you the impression that
I do a backflip every time I wake up, don't you?
you're always in the same room. Like the kitchen is mixed with the living room, it's mixed with the bedroom, it's mixed with the bathroom.
Chat, this is this is a shitpost. This is a shitpost. He's a shitpost in human form, chat.
The living room is mixed with.
He's a shitpost in human form. Like you can't make this stuff up. Spider-Man when he goes to sleep.
It's mixed with the bathroom.
Living room mixed with the bathroom is actually a very interesting choice. This is a very interesting choice because it's like if somebody comes in, like if somebody needs to use the bathroom, right? What are you gonna do? It's like, oh, sorry, dude, I'm not trying to sleep, but it's like, no, bro, I have to take a shit. It's like, all right, fine, just like make sure it doesn't smell, and then it smells, and then you have to live with the shit smell. I don't know, it just seems like that feels weird. Hotels do this quite often. Wait, what? Oh, for your previous answer. Thing is, you gotta keep in mind that people will service that shit too. Yes. The amount of people, you know those like basement spaces? There's so many basement spaces where like they're so tight to like crawl into. And I'm like, nobody can service this. Or it's like, or they'll put the water heater like through like a crawl space. It's like, dude, like nobody's gonna be able to like use this. Sure, it's out of sight and out of mind, but if it's so out of sight, it also means that nobody can actually do anything with it. Like it's basically useless at the point. To the point where it itself becomes a hazard simply by a lack of disuse. If it's not easy to take care of, it's gonna fall apart. Along with fireproofing, I'm surprised that fireproofing is not a concern at like a much earlier point. Though to be fair, safety in general is like a backseat thing. Audio levels being at acceptable levels. I mean, is it because of like audio levels? Like you have to like deal with like offices and like stuff where it's like you have to deal with like soundproofing and like stuff. Because the only time that I can imagine that being a problem is like maybe for like concert halls where you need like a very specific soundscape, unless you mean because like the appliances that like come in because they are loud, where it's like you have like a giant whatchamacallit, then it's like very, very loud and stuff. Or like hotels where it's like, you know, you're close to someone, or like you're like across someone with the floors and you have like someone living on top of you and like below you and like stuff. Good architects take that into account in the design, so others don't come in afterwards and have them completely redesign everything, but a lot of them don't. / rant over. Yeah, I'm surprised that they don't take care of that at site. Because again, as you say, you can't just add rooms or change layouts to like fit stuff. Because it's like you then have to deal with it. Hotels have clear windows between bathrooms and bedrooms. Something with a drape that's not even remotely opaque. So if you're sharing a room with someone, you don't want to give them a show. You got to get them to look away. You, I guess. But why not? Why not give them a show? It's too late. You might as well, you know, stick with it, right? But yeah, that's unfortunate. You're so scared of that sharp corner. Fun fact, you can use mycelium for soundproofing. I'm not gonna have a living mushroom wall, chat. The living mushroom wall is gonna take over my body at like nighttime. Appliances make sound. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. And then you also need certain audio insulation between units in a residential building, yeah. I mean, to be fair, you can't, I mean, to be fair, your standards are probably higher over there, over in like say like Sweden. Over here in like Toronto, I've lived in so many places where like the insulation is basically non-existent, to where you can hear everything. It's very annoying. So I wish I had like good audio insulation standards, because I actually agree audio insulation is very important to the entire feel. Because like as an architect, right, I think you should care about the feel of a place too, and the feel is not just the way it looks, it's the way that you live in it, it's the way that you take care of it, it's the way that it sounds like, it's the way that it smells like everything matters, right? And yet I still hear my neighbors every time when they go a little crazy in the bedroom. It doesn't sound nice.
I wanted to separate these spaces by really giving.
I mean, obviously you built for local conditions, so yeah. But like some local conditions are better, Chad. That's what I'm saying. All right, I'm not saying that some local conditions are better. I wish my house was it earthquake proof, tornado proof, because we have earthquakes and tornadoes, as well as soundproof. It's not.
Character.
Every time some guy rides his motorcycle in the front, I hear it. Someone yells outside, I hear it. Gunshots, I hear them.
So it feels like you're not living in the same room all the time. In a space capsule, every object is designed for...
Okay, 50-50 on does he do like a front flip into the cabinet and then it like closes on him.
For one purpose. Every space is super optimized to
How rich is this kid?
Consume the least amount of space. That was...
Chad, this is actually a shitpost video.
Is also the reason why
These two guys always there to help him. This is like a clown show. He's super rich. Yeah, this is like a clown show. He's like, he is the clown prime, and he has his like clown helpers. So if he does a front flip into a cabinet and he gets stuck in there, they can free him.
Why we call this project the space.
Also, you can't jump up there by yourself. I'm sorry, what's your vertical? Like 2 inches?
So the reason why we...
What do you mean? I could jump this easily.
That was also the reason why we call this project the space capsule.
Oh my god, they're leaving. Oh my god, he's
My
doing
name is
pull-ups.
François Boiron. And I'm Pierre. We are brothers.
These are the architects, chat. These are the architects. Chat, the architects are twins. They're just architects. They show up. Chat. You know what, chat? Do you know how chat, this is the architect that you want, chat. You know how you said your architects can't build, like, can't design things well? This is the architect that you want. These architects come into the space every day to help this person live their life, to understand how to build for them. These architects are on the ground doing, like, studies.
Reason why
Canada has guns? No way. Oh boy, there's no way Canada has guns.
My name is François Boiron. And I'm Pierre. We are brothers and architects working in Paris.
Maybe they're not twins. They just look very similar. Though, like, that's your brothers. Two brothers.
We've combined all of our public...
It's an ad!
The apartment is located in the 14th arrondissement of Paris.
Oh. That is a beautiful street.
Across the square is
I will also say their style of like these like balcony rooftops and the way that their rooftops curve look really good too.
Rue Daguerre, which is a...
They build small spaces for people that have enough money to choose small spaces. As a tee-hee, isn't this cute experience? To be fair, that's what this entire channel is.
Vibrant market street.
Like the what we saw in terms of like small spaces that you have to live in versus small spaces that you choose to like live in. The ones that you have to live in because you don't have enough were the Hong Kong cage homes. The ones that you choose to live in are like these ones, right? So it's just the whole channel.
And one of the most artistic
This is such a nice street. I actually really, again, cafe
which
culture.
Is a vibrant market street.
My only hate of cafe culture is this fucker. If you're gonna smoke and you're gonna blow your smoke out, do it somewhere else.
One of the
Come
most
on.
artistic streets in Paris.
But do it in your basement.
It is very
You can,
close
like,
to
choke.
a big public transport, which makes it super easy to reach. From here,
Oh,
you can
I love
access
outdoor
popular
markets.
markets, grocery stores, and a very nice park.
I will say outdoor markets are very rare in the West.
The building was built at the end of the 19th century. The client is a screenwriter for French cinema and television. She loves art and architecture.
Wait, chat, the person who climbed on it wasn't even. This person doesn't even own the space. This person was just climbing on things. Who is this person? Who is this person?
Most small Parisian apartments give you the impressive architecture.
The client is a screenwriter. But it
Before the
wasn't
renovation,
that like
it was
it.
two small studios next to each other, which added up to 17 square meters.
Ah, yes,
One
outdoor
was our
markets with all that
office, the other
smoke.
one-
Don't you love your smoke-covered bananas? Don't go to Paris. So many smokers. That's my main problem with like going like to like Paris is that there's a shit ton of smokers. Like it's like that thing where it's like Japanese people, they like feel like, oh, like they whatchamacallit, they get this like feeling of like discordance when they finally go to whatchamacallit, and it's like, oh no. Like it just feels bad for them because it's like it's where the illusions are shattered.
Was left unused.
You didn't finish Drummy's new cousin incest video? I don't even want to know what that means. They just asked, yo, who could do a backflip? That's why he's in there. They just got some guy who could backflip for the lulz.
The ceiling
Just
was
some
quite
random dude
low, and there was
off
a
the
lot of
streets.
space between the ceiling and the skylight. She wanted to merge the two studios to create a fully functional apartment. The Observatoire de Paris, which is the oldest functioning observatory in the world, is very close to this apartment and became a
that's
symbol
cool.
of the project. So
You know what's crazy? Somebody in the observatory could like use one of the telescopes to stare into her room.
So we wanted the apartment facing the sky to be our own observatoire. Before the renovation, the office space was very narrow. It had a skylight and a very high window. The small studio was completely run down, but had a large window facing west. There were no bathrooms or kitchen, not even the plumbing. We began by
plumbing.
taking down the wall between the two studios. We kept one door and boarded up the inside of the other one. Then, we brought down the ceiling and were pleased to find 1.5 meters of extra space to work with. A kitchen and toilet was added on the lower floor and connected by a staircase. We created an upper floor, which became the private area. It has the bedroom with a wardrobe, a shower, and a sink.
I'm not good with diagrams that have multiple stories. I don't know why.
When you-
I'm good with spatial things. Like I can imagine it in my head, but when I see a diagram that's like a flat representation of like a multiple floor setting, I just don't get it.
Enter the apartment, there is a 3-meter high closet in front that underlines the significant volume of this
Who is this guy?
part of the apartment.
That is a sick jacket. I actually like that jacket a lot.
Apartment.
That's a good looking jacket. The inside's
Behind
nice
the
too,
doors, there is a room for
Very nice
jackets,
accent.
shoes, and other.
That's a good jacket too. I really want to get these shirts. Wait. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I'm so sorry. I really want to get these things. These. The French work coat. There's something about the way it just drapes over you and the way it looks so like, I don't know, like nice and like very like, it feels like it's very comfy and like roomy because it's made for you to like do work in, so it's like nice. I don't know, it just feels good. You get damaged by your job. You see it automatically, though you're the guy that makes those those blueprints. So you're the guy. Wait. So do architects do the blueprints too, or do they hand it off to you to make the blueprint, or do they only give you like the design blueprints or like the design, and you need to make the blueprint because then your blueprint presumably has all the actual like stuff in it, like where the pipes go, or where the electricity wires go, and like stuff.
Behind the
and like
doors,
where's the main junction
there's a
box?
room for jackets, shoes, and other clothing items.
You can't resist Matari's emotes. Hey, I have that emote too. Actually, I have the golden high. You just have to give me $100 in bits to unlock the high. It's the ultimate prize if you want the golden high.
Right next to it is an open wooden shelf, which we call the library.
Please don't do that. But by the way, I make 6 figures. Please don't spend your money on me.
We designed the library.
They design it, and then you have to make the design actually work. Materials and and whatnot. Do you also like? How do you like draw the materials on, or do you like not draw them? You specify like, oh, this thing's made out of like X, Y, Z.
With different shelf heights to break the symmetrical
You know what? Make a video about your job, and it'll get like 1 million views.
aspect of the entrance.
The day in the life of an engineer. Because I know about what you do afterwards, and I know about what happens before, but I don't know anything about the process of the translation from the architect's idea into like the first building plans. Like I don't know that step of the process where the actual blueprint comes from. But I know everything else afterwards, and what happens with it, or why you hate architects exactly. Why not just do it like that? Clickbait it. Why I hate
living room
architects.
is located next to the window, looking towards the rooftops of Paris.
That'd be a good video actually. Why I hate architects, and you just go over some of the shittiest floor plans that you've ever gotten. Actually, it'd also be a good because then that's how you sell your like that's like how you sell yourself as like a contracting engineer that can work freelance for like 10 times the like rates, right?
We
That's a pretty
created
decent
a small
role.
and comfortable L-shaped sitting bench to fit perfectly just below that window, keeping all the functions of the apartment in the corners to make a clear space for the living room, enhance the feeling of
You just sell random anecdotes about the weird personalities of architects that have nothing to do with architecture. How many of them are drug users? Then the next video would be why I love designers. Yeah, and then you go over the designs that you actually really liked. You have an opportunity here to milk the shit out of your role.
of open space.
Who is this person?
When we took down the ceiling, we found
Oh, that's a nice. I'm glad that they kept this actually.
old beams. The beams had a lot of nails to hold the plaster ceilings inside them. We like the historical value of that aspect.
Yeah, that's a good design touch, even though it looks kind of
dining
like off.
space is made up of a round table with 2 chairs.
This is okay. Their DP is insane. This is a beautiful shot. The way that the shadow is on the chair, the way that the red reflects onto the chair to like form like a smooth gradient, and then the way that it almost blends further into the wall itself. That is such a beautiful. This right here is a beautiful section. Their DP is insane.
It could
Exposed
become a
beams are
desk.
really nice. I really enjoy places with like exposed beams that are like at the top, but it's still used for like their structural purpose. Like I enjoy seeing the inner workings of a building exposed, where like it's like nice there and like it still works, right? Like I don't like when people add like I guess like decorative beams because it just feels like a weird waste of space. But if you need it to be there, you might as well show it because I think it actually does look pretty nice. The only problem is the amount of dust and like spiders that fall down, especially for like cafes. I've seen a lot of cafes that do the exposed beam thing, and you leave your little coffee cup there for like five seconds. You get dust in it. Leave that chair there. Remove everything else. Decorative beans, decorative human beings.
A dining table or a surface to prepare meals.
He ruined it. He ruined the perfectly shaded thing.
The location of the kitchen is in the corner of the apartment and underneath the upper floor, so it could disappear as much as possible from the other spaces.
Huh? Disappear?
The kitchen cabinets are nestled along the wall. It is an IKEA kitchen with a third-party poplar plywood.
Okay, throw it away. It's an IKEA kitchen. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually decent. I find a lot of IKEA stuff is decent. I just find that their bed stuff and their sofa stuff is very not good. Like it just feels too low quality, and they don't seem to last very long. However, their Freedom like a sofa is decent if you get cushions for it, but then you need to get cushions for it. Like it just seems weird. You hate notebooks that open like that. You just use one of those spring ones. What? Oh, because this one, it has the like strap, right? It's like strapped up. Yes, I hate it too because I hate the way that they keep flipping closed. I hate having to use my hands to hold it, especially if you're like right-handed, right? If it opens to that side and you're near the end of the book, it keeps wanting to like flip close. But what's a spring journal? You need to find me a link for spring journal.
The location of the kitchen is in the corner of the apartment and underneath.
Sorry, I just went backwards. Yeah. Your IKEA kitchen, cool. By the way, I love this editing choice. This is a very I think their editing team is fantastic too. Whoever first decided on their team to show the transition from like open to like close, to show like, okay, this is the space as it is when it's not in like use, and this is the space as it is when it's in use. Whoever decided to do this like
plywood facades.
That I forget the like term for it. The like the wipe. Genius.
Shows it for its clear tones and durability.
Like a notebook where there's a long spring along the back. Oh, is that a spring? I always thought that was like a binder. I don't know, because for me that's like more of a bindage thing. I like those ones actually. I have that as my primary notebook for most of my notes. Because it's easy to just keep it and then you can flip it to the back and then it like doesn't collapse on itself, because then there's like no elastic like force. There's like no is it the elastic force? I know. There's like no force in the middle from the binding of itself, like pushing it back. It's all separated pages, just like held by like a binder.
We added a marble countertop.
Also very handy to add new pages to it. So you can actually reuse it by just adding new pages to it afterwards. If you have the ones that, if you have the binder rings that can like open up on their own. But that's usually for like larger ones. But I found some for like smaller ones. The annoying force. You have many fundamental forces. You have thermonuclear. You have audio. You have annoying. I don't remember any of the actual like fundamental force names.
We continued the countertop up the wall for the splashback to create a seamless look.
My engineering knowledge is homegrown. Okay. My software engineering knowledge is homegrown, but battle tested. My engineering knowledge is like legitimately homegrown. I just take free courses for it.
We also put up 3 paintings by François.
And I wouldn't even call software engineering. I'd be remiss to say that on some levels, because most of what people do with it is very much just like building boxes, like cardboard boxes. Thank you. Gravity, electromagnetism, nuclear, weak and strong. Thank you.
Get more colorful.
And now the 5th one. Annoying. Annoying.
To hide.
Why?
The way the kitchen, when not in use, we use the partition. As it is not permanent, it can be moved around the apartment or removed.
This is a clown show. But this is good because I need to go take a shit. I feel it coming and I'm so sorry. I need to take a massive shit. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm so sorry. I usually do this before I get to this point, before I start streaming. But today I was a little lax. I was a bit like, okay, well, maybe I don't have to go. I'm sorry. I need to go to the washroom. I'll be back in 5 minutes. BRB, poop, 5 minutes. I'm going to play the ads now so we have ad-free time afterwards. VOD watchers skip 20 minutes and only 5 minutes. It looked like fuck. Just cover up this embarrassing clown. Can you imagine? They just cover him up. Like, all right, this is too much now. I'll be back in just a moment. I need to let my butthole flow. Sorry. BRB.
Your order wrong.
Okay, thank you, Rouge. Thank you, Rouge, for the insightful thing. So the reason why I played that video is because exactly at that moment, it was 3 minutes. This video, including the replay and the loop up until that very moment, when she mentions McDonald's, is exactly 3 minutes. So that's a good 3-minute timer. I'm back now. That was Rouge the Bat. Talks to you about overcoming your pornography addiction. How did I find this? You don't want to know, chat. You really don't want to know. God, I wish I was seeing an ad. How did I find this? It makes you think, makes you think. Don't worry, chat. You don't need to know anything, okay? Let's continue this video, because we're not quite done yet.
Moved altogether.
I want to know what other weird tricks he does. Like, does he climb on the walls now? What does he do?
So we thought it would be a good connection.
Rouge the VAT? No. Not a Rouge the value-added tax. Rouge the Bat. My lips are just dry.
Between the two.
What kind of name is that? What kind of name is that? Ask the Sonic fandom.
By the kitchen, there is a custom door that follows the same angle as the stairs. We use
What?
the space under the
I don't know why people make these weird custom angle doors.
staircase to incorporate the toilet and the laundry.
Ain't no way. The laundry? Chat. This is an amazing.
These features are
I actually think that's an amazing use of it, right? Because think about this, right? When you're busy on the toilet and you need something to like look at, right? What you usually have to do is you go on your phone, but then when you want to wipe your ass, now your phone has like poop particles, which like sucks. You ever do like a micro or like a bacterial swab test on your phone? It's disgusting, right? What better way to keep yourself entertained than watching your clothing go for a spin cycle?
the very end
The only downside is that your water bill will be very high because you'd want to spin cycle every single time.
of the apartment.
You didn't have a childhood, so you don't know these things. Honestly, I just learned about Rouge this year, so or like last year. So you're not alone. I too didn't have a childhood. Just lick your phone clean like a normal person.
So they can be as discreet as possible for the visual aspect as well as for the noise.
I do think that's a good noise insulation actually, because washrooms are already kind of built for noise insulation, right? Like a lot of washrooms are built pretty good for like noise as well as like smell. And like your laundry room, even though it might smell good all the like time, sometimes it smells bad, but mainly the like noise, you might as well reuse it. It's crazy that it's beside the kitchen though, because I think the smell will leak out and you're gonna smell shit as you're trying to cook something. I think it would be worse overall.
Using the space under the stairs, we added more storage.
Please climb into
It
it. He didn't
wasn't
climb into it.
specifically designed for kitchen items.
What's next?
The sleeping and bathroom area is where the idea of a capsule really translates. There are no limits between them. They are one single tiny space where every centimeter is preciously used.
That's the bathtub.
The passage from the staircase to the bed is narrow but allows enough room.
I don't know how I feel about this one. It's good if you're single, or it's good if you know your partner. If you have a guest over and they want to shower, right? You can't sleep. You're gonna see the like balls. And also like imagine the annoyance of one person wants to sleep. Let's say, I mean, not everyone works on the same schedule, right? My problem was that like my wife and I would have different work schedules. Not like a problem, but like you recognize all of a sudden that like there's like an incongruous sort of like setup where it's like one of you may need to wake up earlier or like later and like prepare as somebody else is like doing something while the other person is like sleeping, right? And so it's like it's nice to have a separate bathroom because then you can like, make as much noise as you need to, right? If you're jerking it in the shower, they don't need to know. But if you want to wash up, before you go to work at like 7 a.m., but your partner needs her full sleep and she needs to wake up at like 1 for her job, it's like, okay, this is like it's not good. It's a bit like that whole night shift, day shift divide in like a relationship. It just doesn't work. Yeah, baby, look at me scrub my asshole. Isn't that hot? Yeah, I really don't know why the window is not clear or like why it's clear.
Shower and
I actually don't understand why showers need like clear windows. I think it should be enclosed, but I guess in this case there is a functional purpose of like they did want lights inside, and this is a very naturally lit room with the skylight, so I can kind of see why.
The bathroom sink.
Because the alternative is you then complicate the space where you need to go into the attic, this like slanted like ceiling, and then do like an electrical light, right? Which is kind of hard. You want to make pesto, but you realize the basil that you bought has mold. If only it was made out of concrete. ...
The skylight brings in a lot of natural
light. If only
light
it was
in this
concrete. You might as well just like drink concrete mix, like mix it and then just drink it raw.
Wise dark part of the apartment. The skylight can also be closed using a curtain.
Actually, this could have still been a solid wall, and then they could have just had it come into this side. I forgot about the frappe, the concrete emote.
The bed is beside the bathroom. It sits on a custom platform that raises it off the floor.
One thing too that I hate about this too. Let's say you want to like change your mattress, right? That's a very normal concern. There's one thing that I always find funny about spaces like this. They don't think about what happens when these things break or when you need to replace them or fix them. Or just say you want like a comfier bed. How do you do that without now breaking the shower? Because if you drop the mattress, the shower is going to shatter into a million glass pieces. But what if you piss on your bed? It's like, okay, well now what do you do?
The bed looks down and over the living area, borrowing the natural light from the windows there.
Okay, but I actually like that though. I actually think that this bedroom balcony is a genius move because you are correct. You connect the space, you still give yourself privacy, but you also get sunlight. However, again, only works if you live alone. If you live with somebody else, the noise pollution might be annoying.
Living areas. We thought it would be nice to have a space to fit in a lamp.
I love these reading nooks, but I hate the fact that they're built into structures. I think actually, so I've changed my mind on reading nooks. I think reading nooks need to be a function of the furniture and not a function of the space itself, unless you have like a bit of like a useless space that like doesn't work anyways. Like say you have to build like a window, right? But then like right in front of the window, you will need to put the radiator or like just some like I don't know, just something. Say it right in the middle of it, right in front of it, you have to put like some like pipes or like something because the layout of the house doesn't really accommodate it, right? Then it makes sense to me to like build it into it. Otherwise, though, I would rather have your furniture comes with a reading nook, or you make it yourself.
It gives, a side of the bed.
What's he gonna do right now? Please flip.
On the other side of the bed is a large custom storage wall for clothes and other items. We also
Wait. Chat, I just realized if I play ads, we can bank up non-ad hours. If I play like 6 ads in a row, I think the rest of the stream will have no ads. Why don't I do that? Well, okay, one day we're gonna have like a just chatting segment that's like sub only. So subs can only watch the just chatting, right? But because of that, everyone gets no ads for the rest of the stream.
also added curtains here to hide away the mess as
Let me do, I'll do the math and then I'll think about
the
it.
storage wall is visible from the lower floor. Paris is very dense, and most of the dwellings that people occupy are very compact.
I actually kind of like the space.
We feel that
I just don't feel good about the bedroom, but like the rest of the space is like decent.
better design means better design, honest space, simplicity, and ease of use.
And I do like how it's more of a jungle gym. I do like spaces that are more jungle gymmy because you get to climb around and like look at things. I do like this.
Thanks
Sweet.
for watching.
I don't know. You shouldn't have used your Prime on me. I know who you are, IRL. You know how much money I make. You'd pay 400 euros to rent it. Whoa, buddy, that's like 500,000 Canadian. Anyways, welcome to the Cube House.
If you're like Randy and me, you've driven past these cube houses 1,000 times and always wondered what
These are in Toronto.
goes on in.
So the story behind this is that a designer wanted to make these. The idea was to have an affordable, like space appropriate home. The problem is that no one liked to live in it and it kind of fell apart. So now these 3 homes are the only ones left.
First thing you notice when you come there is in here. It's quite amazing. This is the top part of the
And yet inside it's actually really nice and spacious. I actually really like the shape of it. For some reason, I like the inside shape. The slanted walls reminds me of like an attic living, which is nice.
cube, which is organized point to point, 42 feet from up there to the bottom, another level below, and another level below that. This apartment is lived in by Martin Trainer, who's a CBC cameraman. He's been here for 14 years through good
Holy shit, wait, people live here? I thought it was like a rundown place.
times and bad times. It was built as a prototype back in
The kitchen looks the same.
19...
Actually, nowadays, so this video was 8 years ago. I actually know that unit. He sold it to this guy.
All right, what is good? We have another one.
I mean, you can see why it didn't really pick off. Again, the problem with this design is that the square is a space-efficient shape, right? It's a naturally space-efficient shape. The problem with a non-square shape is that you now have to deal with the fact that the space like doesn't, like you can't stack them very well. Like it doesn't really work in terms of like stacking it. Like how do you stack multiple cubes on top of each other to grow upwards? And how do you grow the space like horizontally, right? To add more? Well, you can't. Because the shape is incongruous. Like it just doesn't work. Is incongruous the right word? I don't know. I'm not a shapes guy. Not in harmony. Yeah, it's just not in like harmony. Yeah.
Right around the bend. Here.
Ugly color. I mean, color can be changed.
There is a guy that actually lives in one of them. He's been here for like.
But the shape, like
20+
the
years.
fundamental shape of it just doesn't
Funny
work
enough,
for
a
like scaling. I don't know.
BBC radio guy. His truck's there. They're not planning.
Oh wait, he still lives there. Okay.
It.
Anyways, yeah. So
Abandoned building. Actually,
it's run down.
When
So
you see
the entire
it,
thing is like
this is the
broken down. They're like it's really about to be condemned. But the inside of the units themselves are actually pretty good.
Room for Q2. I'm gonna head outside. I'm gonna die, basically.
So this is like the public balcony, which is like nasty. What the? Donate to me, please. What the? You should have read the text at the bottom of the page, man. You know me in real life. You know how much I make.
We aren't using this space.
You
for
read
our
it.
music studio, but in a second
That's
you'll
why
see
you did
our
it. Okay,
space
well
that
that's a your
But
fault.
yeah, as you can
Me
tell,
first.
the
Me
whole
first.
cube is kind of like
I want the money
music
first.
aesthetic, right? Like no.
The inside the cube actually pretty cool. I actually do think that like an attic layout is like nice. It's just the fact that the cubes themselves were just not a good fit for what you want for like a building solution. If they didn't tilt the cubes, I actually think it would have been good. But then you just have a basic container home. So yeah, now people live here and it's actually awful. I don't know why. But the space inside is still usable somewhat. It's just not. I wouldn't stay here for long, basically.
What cars passing by? So. Because
So yeah, that's all I really wanted to show you. Thank you for joining on the architecture talk. That took much longer than I expected. You require a 20-piece chicken McNugget meal, please. How about I give you this? I'll give you a sermon being done by Rouge the Bat. We're gonna move on now to Kenshi. As Rouge the Bat tells you about how to do things. And then, but however, before Kenshi, I want you to listen to this entire speech and a song that I prepared for today's stream as well.
Recognizing. Remember that just because you have an addiction, that doesn't mean you have to quit. We're human, and humans are prone to making mistakes. You think jerking it is a mistake? If it weren't for mistakes, you wouldn't even be here. What's important is that you clean up after the mess you make. Every day is a new opportunity to start fresh. Real love and healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and communication.
Not again.
But you can't even tell
Oh God,
the
it's a
cashier at
mistake.
McDonald's that they got your order wrong. So how do you expect to find real love? Do not settle for a cheap and empty imitation of love. Find a FinDom. Not coming has a 100% mortality rate. How many people have died while they weren't coming? Practically every single one. Coming is proven to be good for your mental health. Source? Look under that pizza box there. See that crack pipe? There's your source. Go nut before you go nuts. There are many resources available to help you with your porn addiction. Type orgasm denial into Google right now. I'll wait. Watching porn can be a way of dealing with uncomfortable emotions or situations. Do you want to be uncomfortable? No? Then blast thick ropes right now. Get comfy, King. There is no hope. You aren't strong enough to overcome this. The allure of thick, short-stacked booty is too strong. There are countless others that have been in your situation. None of them have made it through uncummed. What makes you think you're any different? You're not defined by your addiction. You are a person with hopes and dreams. If you hope to come and dream to make more come, your porn addiction is just a means to achieve your full potential. Not jerking off is cringe. You know what else is cringe? Urinary continence. Did you know one of the most common causes of kidney stones is holding in your piss? Do you want kidney stones? Do you want kidney stones? You are a machine that turns food into cum and Diet Coke into piss. Go piss right now. I'll watch to make sure you piss. Don't suffer in silence. Don't keep it all bottled up. If you want to be free, you must pee free. What's the matter? Ashamed of your piss? There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Pissing is healthy. Pissing is natural. Every animal pisses. Piss loud and piss proud.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I couldn't get it done in time, but that was perfect. I posted in Discord, so please be sure to listen to it every single night. But now we're going to move on to the song segment. So again, as I mentioned before, the VOD viewers don't get to see this. Live viewers do. As well, this is where the YouTube stream dies. So the ones, where it would have died if this was a normal way of me doing the multi-stream. Because again, as a reminder, the stream on YouTube is just a multi-stream of the Twitch. But I don't care about you on YouTube. You can watch whatever you want. And I don't really give a shit. I only care about responding on Twitch. So if you want the interaction, you want the fun, and you want to be on the iPad, be sure to show up on twitch.tv. We're going to listen to a song today. The VOD viewers won't hear it. It's a bit of a classic song. Oh no, not coming. Go nut before you go nuts. He has a point with that actually. Oh no. You want a refund on your sub. There are no refunds. You're here forever, chat. You're here forever. This song is a very classic song. It's a song that I've been saving up, oh god, for quite a while actually. It's a song that I think fits what we're doing currently in like Kenshi. Usually, right, things in Kenshi, I think other people play it like a wasteland survival game, but so far we've done more in terms of like, I think our playthrough is very different from other people. I see other people struggling to survive. I'm struggling to make a fighting ring. And I thought this song was a great fit for what we're going to be doing today. This is I the Tiger by Survivor. Again, an amazing band name, if you think about it. And again, the song name is such a good fit with their band name. It's a bit of a classic song, and you'll recognize it immediately once you hear it. Pretty sure it was used in quite a few movies, or like a very famous movie. But I'm not that old. All I know is that I know the song, despite the fact that even my, like, you know, boomers around me know the song too. So this is a very classical song. At least to me, in my eyes, by that metric. Please enjoy, and remember, be sure to nut. What a solid song for today's segment as we go right into Kenshi. You think it was in Supernatural. I actually didn't know that. And you know what's funny is that I stopped watching Supernatural a long time ago. But I also learned about like the fandom around Supernatural. Like the fact that like so many people are like really into Supernatural. It's fascinating to see how popular that show was. Because I had no clue. When I was watching it, I just kind of watched it for the heck of it. And I actually really enjoyed it. Then I learned about the fandom around like, you know, the like shipping all the brothers together. And I was like, okay, this is strange. But yeah, good show. I didn't know it was used though. I actually should watch that show again because I'm curious. I'm curious where the storyline of that show went. Because last time I stopped, there was something about them becoming angels or devils. Spoilers. Also, the comment that you see on screen is a comment. It's the pinned comment on the video of Rouge giving you instructions. This one. This like
People have died while they weren't coming.
Thing, see, like yeah, it's the pinned comment there. You knew about it since forever, but the Emery AI cover was somehow the thing that made you into it. What? I would be so terrified of having my voice made into an AI. Can you imagine? I wouldn't even know what it sounds like. I'd be great. Mixed fucking messages from the streamer. Porn addiction has been the most effective psyop by radical left, radical right, and incel community somehow. Exactly. There's no need to be afraid,
that
chat.
You clean up after the mess you make.
As long as you clean up after the mess you make. Okay, we're gonna move on to Kenshi because this is too much now. I'm gonna get banned at some point for talking about this. The multi-stream will stay. However, the people watching on YouTube will only get either the first hour or until Just Chatting ends. It's more of a shitty notification system, right? But Just Chatting sections usually go for very long too, so it should be okay. But you won't get the full content. Obviously, I don't really want you to get the full content there. It's better on here with the chat interaction is like very important. But that's like a future plan thing. So hopefully it works out, and we'll see some more people showing up, and then we have more names to put into the bucket for games like this. As well, though, tomorrow will be a slow sort of like reading game day. It's either Road Warden or Until Then. I'm not really sure which I want to do it yet. But I'll have some more weird games throughout the week. I have a bunch of weird games, as well as like small games I just want to like try out and like see how they are with you all. As well as interspersed with some older games coming back to get their time in the spotlight again now that we finished another game. We finished Cryptmaster. So World of Myth will be coming back soon. I keep saying this, but it'll happen. I swear it will happen. Yo. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. 10 damage. That's a lot of damage. Shit. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. He has 26 martial arts to my 12 because my arm is still broken. Well, I'll see the fight to its conclusion off stream. Good night, everyone. Have a good night. We'll see you all tomorrow, same time. The model will be coming back, the shitty model. And there will not be a really weird game like the slapping game anytime soon. But we'll see how it goes. There's also a couple more VR chat worlds that I want to check out, but I have to save that too. So physical stuff will be coming later as well. Bye, everyone. See you all next time. This is probably the best sign-off that I've done so far.